Yeah.
Welcome to Got Ye Too. Overheard UniSFA, a UniSFA podcast. I'm John. I'm here with my good buddy Cam.
I think you should keep my joke in.
And
I think
also,
we should definitely cut your joke.
And also Alistair.
Either way, as long as I bring attention to the fact that there was a joke.
Our guest for this week. You guessed it, Alistair.
That's my name.
Alistair, two-time Unigames president, and Cam Hall person for a while.
I have been a person for a while in terms of people that are still around.
You've been here you're still around. Are you the oldest person that's around really often?
It's regularly around Cameron Hall.
Depends what you define as regular, really.
Yeah.
I think CY is
that's a good point.
year or two older than me, I believe.
CY is the I've mentioned
but
this
excluding UniSFA, I believe.
You mean just including UniSFA?
Yeah, I'm sorry, excluding UCC. So out of the usual Unigames UniSFA crowd.
Shout out to CY.
So.
For
CY's
being,
great. I love
for
CY.
being just a guy who's always there holding UCC open. He's the biggest asset to that club.
He really is.
He's just a good guy. So shout out to friend of the show CY.
He should just have voting rights on their committees for free.
I reckon
CY
he should.
deserves a life membership.
Yeah,
I think he does.
Actually, that's a good idea.
I'll bring it up.
I think CY deserves it more than some of the other.
What? I didn't hear anything. How's everyone's week
that's
been?
A contentious statement.
How's everyone's week been?
My week Bean is doing all right. I've been trying to get it to lift weights, but beans aren't very good at that.
You.
So...
I was waiting for you to finish your bit so I could make a bit about beans going to the gym.
It's funny. This happens
is
with
what I
Alistair
get for
and I
being
a lot.
patient.
We have just very parallel bits here and there. The singularity is real.
It sure fucking is, man.
I can't remember much of my week because it's all faded behind the.
Well, it is Tuesday.
Tuesday, innit?
Tuesday.
Yesterday I watched
No
13 and a half or 14 hours of Star Wars, kind of. I was in the room for 14 hours about watching the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy. I got there at 9:15 and
That's a good time.
Just watched them all, and now my brain is all just Star Wars, blocking out everything that came before it. What did I do the day before? Who even knows? I went out and got burger.
Oh, fuck yeah. Love to get burger.
Yeah, Varsity's Burger of the Month, which wasn't a burger this month. It was a sub, and it was quite spicy. It had meatballs and jalapenos on it, and a bunch of different and
good
spicy marinara and a bunch of other sauces.
Was it good?
It was good. It was pretty good. I don't know if the taste was my thing, but I didn't dislike it. It was $38 for the 12-inch. It was expensive.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I bought a milkshake too, so I paid him $50 and got $2 change.
Ooh. Yeah, that hurts to hear.
Yeah,
man. Ooh.
I had to have the full 12 inches, so I was really hungry.
You gotta have
I got the 12-inch meatball sub.
Who's out there not taking a whole 12 inches?
It's too easy, man.
But
it's too easy.
I was scared because it looked really spicy.
You fucking 12-inch domed that meatball sub.
Just shoved it right down there.
12 inches plus balls.
Plus the balls. There was a lot of sauce on it too, Got it all over my fingers, all on my face.
Fucked up that they can advertise a 12-inch sub, but that's just length. That thing doesn't necessarily have any depth or width.
I believe
what if you got
they
a
usually have a fair amount
sub?
of girth.
Yeah, but what if you order a 12-inch sub and it's just a fucking
It's just
line.
a line.
Yeah. They haven't lied to you, it's just a line.
Yeah. Are you prepared for this for an hour and a half?
John's dealt with me before.
No, I meant this.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
For the folks at home, I'm gesturing between Cam and myself.
Who knows what gestures we're making out here?
They're making some obscene gestures. Doug is personally offended. He's walked out the room. I don't have to edit him. You can finally get unedited footage of this podcast.
That's alright, we've already burned all of the images into Doug's
You know what
brain.
I'm gonna do is I'm gonna usually I add like compression and like normalization to the levels of like sound. I'm just gonna make sure that specific section I just did has none of that, so you can just get the crackly, terrible audio. It's not
That's
that
a good
different. It's not that different.
It is noticeable.
I put so many bits.
It is noticeable as someone who's done like that sort of audio stuff.
Yeah, but you've probably done it well.
It's a lot of Googling how to do things on Audacity and then just kind of doing it.
Yeah, that would mean how to edit a podcast on Audacity
Yeah.
is following the steps.
How do
exactly.
I make it sound like I'm talking out of a radio?
Really?
Oh, like this.
You want to do fucking audio editing, you gotta have the Audacity.
Yeah.
You can have Ableton too. That's what we record on.
Yeah, but then you're not very audacious.
But you're able to. You're able to do a ton even.
Alright, yeah. Can't argue with that.
Got him back. The meatball sub was... I was scared it was going to be too spicy, but it was like a great level of spicy of like, God damn, this is quite spicy, but also this is spicy enough that it's edible.
Well, it was like jalapeno based, right?
It had like... Well, it had jalapenos on it, but it also had like spicy marinara and like some spicy sauces. That's where the spicy...
Varsity's usually pretty good with that.
Yeah.
God, now I'm hungry.
Sorry, you should...
Yeah, that's what happens.
That's what happens.
Fucking... Have I, on this podcast, been through the dumb way that my brain processes, like, hunger and eating?
No. Go on.
So if I've got, like, food in front of me, right, I'll eat and I'll be like, okay, Cam, you're full. And my brain's like, yeah, but if you don't eat more, you're going to be hungry again later. And I'm like... Well, I mean, that will happen either way. I will be hungry later no matter what. And it's like, yeah, but eat some more so you won't be hungry later. I'm like, well, all right. And then without fail, no matter how much I ate, the next time I'm hungry, my brain goes, see? You should have eaten more. You could have prevented this. And I'm like, I'm aware that that's dumb as shit, but that is the first set of thoughts that happens every time.
A lot of the time when we ordered food, Cam would always, like... get 2 of whatever he was getting, one for then and one for like 3 hours from then when he inevitably decided that he was hungry again and he had to put more food in him.
Yeah, that's how it is. If it's like 3 hours have gone, it's like okay, mealtime.
3 hours is
gonna
probably
lie,
a generous
Alistair.
estimate.
Generally, that's been because I'm aging and I can no longer just eat 2 burgers, but I forget that and order 2 burgers. The intent's always to eat both of those.
I think. Good job, this podcast, for having great representation of hungry boys.
You just order a bunch of them and then put them in the fridge and just eat them throughout the week.
What's that guy? What's that guy?
I've never met a burger I couldn't eat.
What's that guy who like, yeah, whenever I get DoorDash, I order 50 cheeseburgers and then just warm them up throughout the meat. Throughout the meat, yeah.
Throughout the meat?
Throughout the meat. You'd hope they
should warm the meat throughout, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you should.
Make that sure that all of the meat is nice and warm. Okay. Here's my Star Wars opinions. I posted.
Okay.
I posted my ratings.
Alright, I'm going to judge you for every single one of these.
I thought your ratings were interesting.
I posted my ratings on, and I did them in the order that I watched them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to know as each rating goes on, it is. I've watched like all the ones before it.
Yeah.
So, episode 4, 8 out of 10. Good movie. Really,
yeah, right.
Just
Holds
solid
up.
movie. Holds up. Entertaining. Good. Characters good. Plot good. Like, it's just a good movie. It's just a damn good movie. Episode 5, damn good movie as well. A lot of people think this is the best Star Wars one, but I don't know. I felt like maybe it was better than episode 4, but not enough to put it at a 9. You know? Like, it was a good movie. Episode 6... I almost said episode 7. In my mind, for some reason, I think of episode 6, Return of the Jedi, as episode 7. For some reason, as a kid, I think maybe my sister always called it episode 7 just because we couldn't count or something. I have no idea how to count it. Also a good movie. Fine movie. Good movie. Maybe slightly not as good as the last two, so I put it 7.
I do agree with that.
right? But still good. Still absolutely worth a watch.
Yeah, most of it's real good. It's got some flaws.
Episode 1, not 5 out of 10 because it is not.
Now, how are you saying a 5 out of 10 here? Because I think is that like your average grade,
That's
or is that like
not particularly
general
good, but
opinion?
not particularly bad.
yeah?
It's not good, but it's not
Scathing.
bad.
Yeah, what I would more say, what I meant more is like episode 1 is very, very varied. Its
Yeah.
low
It
points
really
are
is.
incredibly low, but the high points,
Oh, very good.
like the fight with Maul,
Yeah,
are
the pod
They're really
the
high.
pod racing sucks. It's 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It's so boring. It's like I'm not here for this. Like
spinning. That's a neat trick, and then there's
that's not
15
even
more
in
minutes.
the pod
I
racing
know.
scene. But the Darth Maul scene is like that whole
It's
fight is
just good.
great.
And the implications that it has, great.
I love how Qui-Gon Jinn dies in this movie because it's
Well,
not.
spoilers.
Yeah, I was about to say.
It's
No, you can spoil episode 1 of Star Wars
It's-
for free.
there's
Nobody's
no,
gonna
Darth Maul is such a. He doesn't say anything.
He doesn't
in the
say
movie.
shit.
I think he has one line when you first meet him, and he's talking to Palpatine.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
talks
no,
through the
there's the
hologram.
scene when he's on the bridge talking to
Yeah.
Sidious on the
Um,
Palpatine.
But
and
I
then he
don't
doesn't
think he's
say
talking
anything.
Sidious.
There's no monologue.
Is he? Yeah.
Yeah, because he's talking to Palpatine, but we
Yeah.
don't know it's Palpatine.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
So he's talking. to
And
the
how he
Sidious
how he
persona.
kills Qui-Gon Jinn is they're just fighting. They've been fighting for 10 minutes at this point, just
Isn't
going on.
Sorry, I hate to interrupt. But isn't he talking? Aren't like the Sidious is talking to the Gungan, not the Gungan, the Trade Federation goons.
Yeah, he is as well.
Yeah.
He's talking to both them.
Does Maul
and
actually say anything though? Or
Maul
does he just stand there
no.
being like intimidating?
No, Maul
not
isn't
in
with
that
the Trade
scene.
Difference.
There's
Oh,
a,
different
there's a
one, right,
separate
yeah.
scene.
It's like a
It's been a
flashback to
while.
Yeah, one of
Coruscant.
the first
Yeah.
ones where we see Darth Maul walking about. He's on there's a nice bridge scene.
Yeah.
And then he gets his little communicator, and then there's
I thought it was in person with.
no.
There's another one.
I don't
think.
believe it's in person. I mean, you just watched it yesterday, so
I believe there was a
I
scene
will
where
defer to
He doesn't say
Sidious
much,
in a
that's for
hood
sure.
and Maul are in Coruscant or somewhere,
Fair
and
enough. Fair
He's
they
on the little
talk.
spider.
What?
He's on the little hologram spider.
What do you mean?
The little robot spider with the
They
hologram
have little
on it.
hologram discs, but they've got legs.
It's like a projector.
No, I don't remember this. I might have just not watched that. I
Dude,
didn't pay
it's probably
much
all
attention
blurred
for
into
1
one.
and 2
Yeah.
and 3.
Maul was great.
Maul was great, but they're fighting for 5 minutes and then they stop for a bit and then they fight more. And all of a sudden, in the fight, Darth Maul just headbutts him, stabs him. It's so fast and so immediate. There's no monologue. There's no, I've got you exactly where I want you. I'm going to
No, Darth Maul
kill
just
you.
fucking kills
I'm
him.
going to kill you in front of your thing. No, he just bonk, stab, over.
Darth Maul doesn't give a
Blink,
shit about
literal
it.
blink,
Like,
and you'll miss it.
Qui-Gon is just an obstacle.
And
Well,
then
there's obstacles also.
Obi-Wan
Yeah, there are
also
little
getting
obstacles,
Darth
yeah.
Maul. He jumps up, grabs his lightsaber, flips over him, then just slices him in
Yeah,
half.
in what I
Yeah,
think
look,
everyone can
it's
agree was
very-
a bullshit hit.
No,
It's very well established throughout the
Oh, yeah,
canon that Obi-Wan is, and I'm gonna say the thing. Obi-Wan is a master of the high ground.
Yes.
yeah,
It
no,
is
he's
the
also a
thing.
master of the
He
low
is-
ground.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
He's he pioneers that jump move that Anakin tries to do to him.
No, Obi-Wan's also a master of the low ground because both. Do you know how he defeats Darth Maul and General Grievous? He's
Jumping.
holding. No, he's
Off a ledge.
Yeah.
he's holding on from a ledge, and then they
Yeah.
come towards him or whatever, and then
Let's
he
be
fucks them
real.
over.
Obi-Wan, complete fucking ledge.
Yeah,
Complete ledge.
absolutely.
He is the best character throughout the entire prequel trilogy. He is so good in every movie,
Yeah.
especially 2 and 3.
Well, mostly.
That's why I've nominated him for this wife of
There
the
are
week.
some bits.
There are some bits, but episode
God,
1's
I
fine.
Anakin slaughtered some younglings.
Only a Sith deals with absolutes.
So true.
That's an absolute, man.
It is.
Behold, we are all Sith now.
Why wouldn't you just say Sith mostly deal in absolutes?
Hey man, maybe fucking think about this, you goddamn moron. You're not thinking about this one very hard, Anakin. But no, he's just yeah, no, only dudes that shit their pants say sentences.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right.
Only it's true. Only people who shit the pants say sentences. Everyone else just, I don't know, uses a lot
Quote,
of apostrophes.
Obi-Wan.
Quote Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I don't know. I don't think I'd be willing to believe that there was a person alive who at one point has not shat their pants.
Pantsless societies.
Yeah, pantless
Everyone's
societies.
been a baby. I
Yeah,
think
but,
I
like-
think a nappy counts as your pants.
No,
when
I
you
think
don't
it
wear
does,
anything
but not
else.
everyone wore a nappy.
You usually wear something.
Yeah,
You
usually.
don't usually have
but
a baby just
look, you're saying
flopping
usually.
about, shitting on the
You
tiles.
can't say usually in defense of everyone in existence.
Yeah, there's like several, like dozen of us around. Human
I
beings.
okay, human
Pants
beings. Okay.
faction.
I thought you were saying
Oh,
us
no.
as like a way to include yourself in the
the
family
shat-
of
in the
people
not
that have
shat.
not shat themselves before. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure I believe that one.
I was a baby for at least some time.
Yes.
Did you shit yourself in that time?
Oh yeah, for sure, dude.
What was I on? Yeah,
Star
Anakin
Wars.
sucks. Qui-Gon rules.
Anakin does sucks.
Qui-Gon rules. I do enjoy the line from Anakin. Yippee!
Yeah.
There's a bit
Just
where
like
he
Mario.
where like blue fly guy. That's what I call
Yeah.
him. It's like, yeah, go. You can do this, and then go off, and he's like, yippee!
Yeah.
Every time he does a lap on the pod racing scene, his friends jump up and down and like, yippee!
It's like,
Episode 1
like
had the
fucking
most-
me bowling.
Like episode 6 had the like this is a bit designed to sell toys to children in it, right? But episode 1 was like this movie has a different target audience. Than
No,
the
I
original
feel like
trilogy.
I can defend the Ewoks on the fact that you literally meet the Jawas before you meet Luke.
Sure,
Like
but the
little
Jawas-
silly guys are, you
Sure,
know.
but the thing with Jawas is that Jawas weren't
You
built
do.
with the express. Yeah, they seem very.
Yeah, no, you. No, you
Jawas
absolutely
weren't made
do.
with the express intent of selling merchandise. And you know what?
Is that like
Jawas get-
officially confirmed for
Jawas get-
Ewoks, or is that just like a very
Okay,
accepted
John,
theory?
John, Jawas get mentioned by name as Jawas.
And
Ewoks?
they don't.
You only know what they're called because of advertising
that's
and
a fair point.
merchandising.
That's a fair point. Yeah, but the way you introduce to Luke is really good in episode 4 because you're following
Classic.
C-3PO and R2-D2 and they're on the ship.
Yeah.
Then you see the stuff going around them, and then they go to Tatooine, and then they doing
And
their
then
thing.
it lands.
then they
and
get
the Jawas
collected,
come by, they get them,
and then they
get,
sell them
yeah,
to Luke.
yeah,
And it's like
yeah,
this really
yeah,
nice. You following these stupid ass droids
Well,
that
those
are.
droids are the only like truly recurring characters in Star Wars.
They really
Yeah,
are.
they are.
They have
C-3PO
been
is
in every
like,
movie, right?
every movie. C-3PO is in every single one, and R2-D2.
Literally
Or
no
at
one
least all
else
of the
is.
core ones.
R2-D2 is in
R2
every
is.
one. I don't know. Is
R2
R2 in
definitely
those
is.
sequels?
Yes. R2 is definitely in episode 7 and 8. I haven't seen 9.
He's only like barely in them though.
He's
yeah.
not. He,
But,
yeah,
like,
he's only
C-3PO is
No,
not
notionally
C-3PO's in
in
9.
Yeah.
C-3PO is definitely also in
C-3PO's in 7 because he's
still
at
I
the
don't
end.
remember
disappointed
enough.
that
because he's got the red
C-3PO's
arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they never mentioned that he got that red arm by punching a guy's heart clean out of his chest.
What?
Yeah, C-3PO just reached into a guy's chest, pulled out his still beating heart, and was like,
No, it's
Oh,
actually
C-3PO.
what's this?
C-3PO is actually the greatest thief in the multiverse.
Because he stole your heart?
That was a Dak Faden bit.
human
Oh.
gay boy relations. I'm allowed to say that. C-3PO he's a little bit camp though. Let's be real.
Phantom
Really
Menace. Darth Maul, anything with Darth Maul and Qui-Gon Jinn rules. All the things with Anakin suck. 5 out of 10. And Jar Jar suck. 5 out of 10 movie. Episode 2, shit. 3 out of 10. Maybe 2 out of 10.
Yeah, episode 2 has
I'd
some
say
cool
2 out of
stuff, but
10
it's
if
not
it
a good
wasn't
movie.
for Obi-Wan. Because a lot of the movie is this dual plot of Anakin, Padme romance, and Obi-Wan investigation. Obi-Wan investigation, kind of decent.
Yeah,
Pretty
there's
decent.
clones involved.
Padme, Anakin romance, I
Very
want to
bad.
tear my eyes out.
Yeah.
This man, they have no chemistry. He's got so many red flags. It's so boring as well.
There's also like a substantial age gap.
Yeah, but it's like
Padme's
really weird.
Significantly older
True.
than him. Like a good 10 years
No,
older.
but
I think
apparently, like Padme
Anakin's
was like
like-
14 in episode 1.
And
I
Anakin's
don't
like 9.
believe that.
Yes, I agree, but apparently, like canon, it's a 6-year age gap, right?
Anakin's, yeah, so
God,
it's 6 years,
at
which
the
is
very
like,
least, like Anakin changed actors, so the actors are closer together in age.
Hmm.
and it's like, yeah, 6-year
The
age
time
gap.
gaps
If
in-
you're 19, a 6-year age gap is still
A lot, yeah,
a
it's
little
yikes.
weird, but it's like,
I mean, he's a monk that's not allowed to
acceptable.
fuck, right? Like the age gap's not as big a deal.
he's monk, he's not allowed to fuck, but also he's clearly wanting Padme, and then Obi-Wan's
have
like, you
shown
can
me,
go be
monk."
her private bodyguard.
Yeah.
And also, Anakin, like, fucking picks and chooses his fucking rules he follows all the time. He's
Oh
like,
yeah.
I will
"Oh, I
also
have to
say,
do-"
there's no actual rule that says the Jedi aren't allowed to fuck.
Yeah, it's that they're not allowed to have attachments, which he clearly does.
They can
fuck or
bone
no
down.
fuck.
It's
Especially
totally allowed.
Coyote Mundi.
Yeah, he's
He's in fact
legally
legally
required
obligated
to
to
bone
fuck.
down.
Yeah. The guy with the long head, the tall head guy, Coyote Mundi. His planet doesn't have
Yep.
many men. And so for the survival
like a
of his
Gerudo.
species, he is legally obligated to go home and fuck.
Yep.
I'm not kidding.
I've got my head in my hand.
That's why he zooms into so many of the fucking committee meetings that they have. He's at home fucking. This is canon. What, you don't like that I said zoom into the committee meeting? Referring to hologramming into the Jedi Council meeting? I think that's the same thing.
I like anymore.
I think that's the same.
The information's bombarding my brain. Episode 2, fuck off. Go away.
Yeah, episode
I
2
just
is
want
not
to
very
see
good.
Obi-Wan.
All right, okay. You know what I find is
My
more egregious about episode 2?
Yeah?
They're like, okay, so I get that Jango Fett's cool. I get that Jango Fett's a cool guy, right? But they're like, yeah, but we're like doing, like, we're speeding up their growth, we're giving them advanced training, we're really fucking doing, like, mind, we're making sure that they're conditioned for fighting. They introduce a clone army and a actual shape-shifting assassin in the same movie.
Yes.
And then the
Who
clones
the
are
fuck's
clones.
a shape-shifting assassin?
Yeah,
it's
the
the
assassin at
person
the
who-
start that, like,
yeah.
he throws the worm at Padme.
Yeah?
Yeah, she's a shapeshifter.
Mm-hmm.
So she can change her face, and shape-shifting, right? If you were going to have an army of clones, the shapeshifters would be better.
Well, maybe I don't feel like you're
Think
having
about the consequences.
I feel like you can have an army of spies like that, but if you want an army, like, get the guy who's all about fighting and not sneaking.
Yeah, but, like, one, they're like, again, there's the training that they're going through anyway, and two, like, they already aren't going to have the clone army may have been a fucking, like, double bluff anyway, right? It was not there to, like, defend things. It was there to be a fucking weird spanner in the works. But an army of shape-shifting, like, clone assassins? You don't need an army at that point. How are you gonna... Like, that's fucked up.
Among Us.
Yeah. No, that's a solid point. John has
I've shut
argued
down
me
his
out of this
fucking argument immediately.
No, yeah, you've done it. I can't... You're absolutely right.
My favorite terrible scene with Anakin and Padme is the sand bit.
Yeah.
Because not only is the line terrible,
Like
she's talking about
Padme.
she's talking about how much she loves this area.
Sorry, what's
you
this
know,
about sand?
it's
like
coarse, it's rough, it gets everywhere.
I hear it's also irritating.
It's also irritating. But she's talking about how much she loves sand or how much she loves this planet, and like she'd like spend time on the beach with her friends in the sand, and he's just immediately like, I
fucking hate sand.
I fucking hate sand.
Okay, but
here's all the reasons
I
I
feel like
hate
he's
sand.
allowed to hate sand.
Yeah.
True, but-
given being a slave on the sand planet.
True, but then he immediately he's like, all he says is just about how much he hates sand. Then he
All right.
immediately goes in for the kiss and gets it.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
agree
like,
with bullshit,
Padme,
but, like, John,
please
think of it
run
this way.
away.
When you go to the beach, what is the worst part of going to the beach?
The sand.
It's the sand, John. And why is that?
Because it's
I hate
coarse
sand. It's
and
coarse,
rough.
it's rough, it's irritating, and it gets
gets
everywhere. It gets everywhere.
Everywhere.
I
And
feel like I'd
and
still
the
rather
best
have
thing.
sand than like brick.
Have you ever
No,
been to
but-
a rock beach?
But that's the other thing,
Yes.
John.
They're pretty good.
Like
But the
big
beach- the
rocks
good-
are like pebbles.
Little. Yeah,
Little
pebbly.
pebbles.
The good thing
Like
about
Pebble
the
Beach?
beach,
Yeah. I
Like
don't
the
know
golf
if Pebble
course?
Beach has pebble.
No,
I
it's
don't
got a
know what
golf
that
course.
is.
but
Okay.
You don't know what a
I-
golf course is? So the thing is, so
What do you
there's a
think
big,
I am, rich?
there's this
Why do
big
you know what a golf
green
course
and
is?
this little hole.
so
you take a swing.
The only
John.
time I've been in a golf course is Mario.
all right, lads. But
Wait,
so
wait,
the
okay,
beach,
Cam,
right? The
Cam,
water's the good
Cam,
part.
Cam, he hasn't played Wii Sports?
I have played Wii Sports.
Okay.
That was
Go
the thing.
on.
I forgot Wii
He
Sports.
abstains from golf though out of dignity.
His name's golf.
But yeah, no. Fucking like, what if the beach didn't have like the good parts of the beach, which is the water, right?
Mm-hmm.
Water's pretty neat.
Well, that's just a sand pit. They're pretty
And
fun.
like you're there with your buds having fun. What if it was sand pit, right?
Sandpit also has an
But
edge.
have you been into a sand pit in the last like 2 to 3 years, John?
Probably.
Did you sit down in it, John?
No.
Why not, John?
Because
Because as an adult, it's not worth it, man.
I feel like if I...
You get sand.
My immediate thought is like, if I sit down in like a sand pit, I'm going to uncover like a turd or something.
That, but also
yeah,
the sand,
distinct possibility.
right?
It's like,
I reckon
you know,
if
people go around and they talk about having like beach sex.
Do they?
Why? Yeah, no, I believe that's
There's a
thing
whole drink
people
named
do.
after it.
Yeah, Sex on the Beach.
Oh, okay.
You know, like, there is a subset of people
And, like,
who have
you get the
outdoor
fucking, like-
sex, and there's a subset of those
You're-
people who have beach sex.
you're at
And
the-
what's the fucking point?
You're at the beach and it's windy. That sand stings.
Yeah.
Tatooine is a nightmare. Also, it's 50 degrees. I think that, like, I don't want to defend Anakin. He sucks, but
He has a right to
I
hate
will
sand.
be pro sand hating
Sand
for that guy.
sucks,
Okay,
and also
but,
he
like-
was a slave.
You know, he grew up on it's. Ugh.
Also, another detail of episode 2 is that Anakin, like, is like, oh, I've had visions of my mother. She's in peril. I need to go save her. He goes back to
Yeah, I need to
Tatooine,
go commit a genocide.
finds
Hold
out
on.
Blue Fly Guy has sold his mum. He finds out his mum, who was a slave, was sold to a guy, and now they are married. And I'm like, how do you buy a slave and have a marriage with them? That
You
is,
buy the slave, and then you say, you're my wife.
yeah, but that's not
It's not
kind of
good.
fucked up.
It's like sort of implied.
I
that
have
he-
news for you about slaves,
it's not
John.
good.
Yeah, but like,
The
I
thing
feel like
with-
it's kind of glossed. I guess.
Oh man.
I guess the whole slave bit is pretty glossed over. I learned a lot of things watching this movie. I learned what a fucking midichlorian was. I didn't know what they were. I learned
How-
that.
Is
Wait,
this the
hold-
first time you've watched the trilogy?
No, I watched them as a kid.
John.
But like,
John, midichlorians, that's like standard issue knowledge for being a human being. Everyone knows
Yeah.
what midichlorians are.
They're the powerhouse of the cell.
He's right.
that's the mitochondria, okay? The
No, they
midichlorians are
changed
the
it.
powerhouse of the Force. That must be
Yes.
why Anakin's so powerful, because he had 20,000. But I haven't seen the prequels since I was a kid. That was one of the reasons I was watching them. And that's why I learned so much. Like, I didn't realize that Anakin had visions of his mother and
Yep.
went
That's
and
why he
killed a
goes.
bunch of people. I didn't know what a midichlorian
He
was.
hasn't
I didn't
thought
even
about
know
it
they
for
were
6 years, but,
slaves.
you know.
Like, I'm learning so much.
Star Wars has plot, man.
Anakin's just also a whiny bitch. Episode 3. Episode 3.
Anakin is right to be a whiny bitch. Everything that happens to him sucks, but also he does be an asshole about it.
Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. 9 out of 10. It's actually really... To be fair, I have watched... At the point I was watching that, I had watched like 11 hours of Star Wars.
Yeah, you were on that end high.
Right? But God,
We're
it
nearly
was a
done.
good movie. Anakin is like
It's
an
a good
actual
movie.
character. You can see him be pulled in all these directions by all the people he cares
And
about.
then suddenly he stops being a character.
He kind of...
Hey, Anakin, have you considered just being evil? It might be able to save your wife. And he's like, fuck, I hadn't thought
No,
of that.
It's not that simple,
But it
Cameron.
really is.
Cameron, it's
I
not
love
that
these movies.
simple because... Well, if you watched it, you would
I
find
have
out
never
that...
seen Star Wars.
He
If
hasn't.
you watched episode 3 and you watched it properly, you would have picked up on the nuances of Alistair's relationship with the Jedi Council. No, Anakin. He's because the Jedi Council, like, dude, the Chancellor, he's doing some dodgy shit. He wants complete power, and the Chancellor's like, dude, the Jedi Council are obviously
Anakin,
doing some
I'm
dodgy
doing
shit
some
and want
dodgy
complete-
shit, but perhaps if you side with me, you'll be rewarded.
No, he
and he's
has-
like, ooh, a
Because he
reward.
like trusts the Chancellor completely based on previous
Based on all the
things.
shady shit he keeps
right?
promising the
and
guy.
the Jedi Council, right? They're
I'll admit the
they're
Jedi
being like,
also
oh, we
not
need to
blameless
we
here. They
need you to
suck real
spy
bad.
on the Chancellor and whatnot. And the Chancellor's like, don't you sense it there? They want complete power. He's like, he's not just like, oh, be bad. He's like, hey man, don't you think the Jedi Council might be actually trying to get complete power? Don't you think? It seems like they're trying to overthrow the ruling body and the Senate and whatnot. And
You know, John, this really doesn't sound like a story the Jedi would tell me.
I disagree. I think the Jedi probably would tell you a story of Darth Pelagius the Wise going, hey,
what a wonderful
the dark...
Alistair stops dead and looks at me.
Going with the Arthur bit.
When we can learn to work and play, we get along with each other.
Hey,
What a wonderful kind of day.
hey.
What a
Be
wonderful...
so glad you're on the other side of the room, boy. I will end you.
How about we get along with each other?
Oh, the N1 Starfighter is fucking sick also.
Which
It
one's
doesn't
that?
really fit with the rest of the Star Wars aesthetic. It's the Naboo Starfighter.
Oh, the little yellow
like,
one?
sure, it doesn't look like anything else in Star Wars, but it's fucking nice.
Nah,
But you mean
it's
like
too
the
smooth.
chromy one?
The chrome one.
Yeah.
It's too smooth.
Yeah, no,
That's
no.
great.
Naboo shit doesn't look like Star Wars stuff, but it looks good.
Okay, yeah.
That's a ship in Destiny.
Yeah.
God, the N1, man. It's beautiful. It's so shiny.
Anakin's an actual character. He has these motivations, okay? He has reasons for being like, oh, I don't know who to trust. And if he kicks fucking, like, Mace Windu out a window.
He does just sort of become like, well, I guess in for a penny, in for a pound. It's
Yeah,
time for some
'cause,
fucking
yeah,
child
after
murder.
he- after he does
really
that-
does. I've got to commit. I got to make sure this guy wins
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
Oh, I defended an old man against, like...
If
fucking
he
being
loses, this is not going to be good
That's
for me.
like literally
Like, he
it,
walks
though.
in on like, Palpatine, as Palpatine's having his face melted, and he's like, I've walked in on the summary execution of an old man I quite like.
No.
And I'm going to save him, right?
The
Fair
thing
enough.
is, Palpatine's melting his own goddamn
Sure,
face
sure,
off.
but he is still having his face melted.
No, he doesn't walk in. He walks in before that.
But, like, you know, he sees the end of it,
He
right?
sees...
He's like,
he
I'm
sees
gonna
this
stop-
guy literally electrocute
Yeah.
the Jedi, and he's like, might be a good guy.
But, like, you know, like, Mace Windu is about to fucking kill him, and it's like, that's my friend you're about to murder summarily here, even though, you know, we're not meant to do that, even though I did it
Yeah,
before.
he's like,
But, so, you know,
where's the
sure.
trial, bro?
That's at least, like, I can see the argument for doing that, but then he does that, and he's like, well, time for some child murder the moment that old man asks me to.
Okay,
It's not like he's like-
not exactly.
No,
one
dude,
one of Mace Windu doesn't give a great argument. Like,
Oh,
he's
sure,
like, oh,
sure.
dude, where's the trial? He's like, he owns the...
No, but that's what I'm
is so much
saying.
influence
Like-
in the court and the... You know,
His-
the
his
court and the Senate. We
motivations
should
make
just kill him
sense
now. And it's like,
then.
why don't you just say there wouldn't be an impartial trial because that's so
You're
corrupt.
right, John. Saving Palpatine was a reasonable action that he took under circumstances that are understandable. Which is
What?
like,
No,
oh,
I still
cool.
think you should have
He's a-
fucked him over.
But, like, you know, like, there's an argument there that you can see why he did it, right?
Yeah, there is.
That's something that's
there
like,
is.
okay, that's a mistake, but a mistake that he made reasonably.
One of the reasons why episode 3 is
But then Palpatine's like, hey, man, could you just, like, kill every child for me? And he's like, oh, yeah, man.
See, I don't even understand that.
I think...
Because the whole point is, you know, we got to wipe out the Jedi Order properly, blah, 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 blah. There can only be 2 Sith, such and such.
Yeah.
And then they go and take other younglings and Padawans that survived the Purge elsewhere and turn them into Inquisitors.
Yeah.
Through torture and horse shit like that.
Yeah,
But
because
stuff
that's
that you could have
interesting
very
to deal
easily
with as an enemy.
done to those younglings.
I mean, maybe they just thought of the Inquisitor thing
those
later.
were a force-sensitive
Anakin didn't-
asset.
Anakin didn't even get asked to do that.
He just went.
maybe.
And that
Anakin,
one,
go
that
take
one
care of
little
the
bitch
younglings.
was
But,
like,
but
Master Skywalker,
he has,
are
like,
you going to
major
protect
regret.
us?
Anakin, my boy, go and take care of the younglings for me.
Take care of
And he
them.
gets back.
take-
Master, I have executed the children at your request.
no.
It's
I
like
meant to give them a hot chocolate.
sound like a corpse? Yes. Yes.
he has so much fun, that actor.
it. Kill them. Boy,
okay,
Anakin,
glad
it
we
sure
got that
looks
out of the
like you
way.
did all of this to save your wife's life, and now
But
you've just strangled her to death.
he has
Good job,
he
dickhead.
has such regret after
Hey,
he kills
he
Mace
did not
Windu.
strangle
Dude,
her
I-
to death.
No, he didn't.
Okay,
Her
I know-
official cause of death is lost the will to live. Thank you very much, and we
No.
need to acknowledge
No,
that.
he strangled her to death.
He has so much regret after killing Mace Windu, but then he does
All
just
right,
be like,
okay,
I
look.
guess, yeah, I mean,
I'm a man who understands regret, alright? I've looked too much chalk milk in the eye, and I have said, I am drinking all of you, and then done it.
uh-huh. I don't know
I
if this
know
is...
regret.
No,
I don't-
this
I don't
this
know.
is immediately followed with regret, and this is the same thing.
Honestly, chalk milk is very rarely a source of regret. Maybe soft drinks would be. That's probably a better argument. It's
For
like,
me,
oh,
it's
I
like
probably shouldn't have
potato
another
crisps.
Pepsi. Have another- No,
For me, it's potato crisps.
no
Because, like,
limit on
whenever I
potato
eat
crisps.
potato crisps, I
this is
like,
the greatest
I'm
podcast
like, ooh,
episode
tasty,
of all time.
and then I
We're
finish
just
the
talking about food,
and then I
Star
finish
Wars.
I finish the potato crisps, and I feel worse. I feel so bad
That
after
is-
eating potato crisps.
You are doing... Okay, skill issue?
Yeah.
The way to get around
He's
it for
right.
me is if I put it in my mouth and then I just like let it dissolve.
What the fuck?
John,
If I like don't
Are you
like use my
geriatric?
if I don't use my teeth, it's better.
John, I've never had this experience with potato chips. If I,
You know, why don't you just fucking
you know my
pour
prim-
some water in the bag and
you
mush
know
them
my
all up
primary
first?
thought on finishing a bag of potato chips?
What?
He wants a second
God,
bag
I
of
wish
potato
I had
chips.
a bigger and or second bag of potato chips.
Maybe
Were
my
I not
lips
diabetic,
are just so dry
I
that
would
like the
die.
He would.
The diabetes is the thing keeping me from eating too many potato chips.
Isn't it just lowering the limit on amount of potato chips
It's
you
like
can
if
eat?
I eat too many potato chips, I had to take a shitload of insulin, and that's not good.
Yep.
That's it. Otherwise, I would not stop.
If that limit was there, he would just keep eating potato chips as long
Yeah.
as potato chips were in front of him.
It's true. I'm not even joking. There is no
How
actual
far can we
cap.
push it?
There's no cap on how many
He
potato
will
chips I
just
can
eat.
He'll just die.
They're not real, John. They're chips.
Yeah.
They're crisps, actually.
They take no
Hey Cam,
spa-
how many cheeseburgers?
I'm getting 2 answers, and I don't like it.
Ooh, quadratic cheeseburgers.
Yeah, it seems
Let
like
me
we've
hear
now
it,
solved
man.
the
Let me hear
quadratic.
it.
So I was getting negative 14 and
Mhm.
also 26.
So,
Okay. 28.
Okay.
what?
Okay.
28?
28?
So 12 cheeseburgers total?
No.
I want 6
No,
of those.
distinct. How many cheeseburgers? Negative 14. 28.
So, like, 14 total.
No.
No.
Okay, well, I
That's
dibs
I
the
have
28.
negative 14 cheeseburgers, and I have 28 cheeseburgers.
I dibs the 28. Alistair, you can have the negative 14.
No, I'm fine with that.
Sweet, okay. If
Fuck,
you
this
need
has
some
stolen
more, I
all my
can lend you
cheeseburger
some.
numbers.
You should have thought of 3, bitch.
Maybe I will one day.
Why 3?
Because then he
Yeah,
can
I
have
don't know.
some.
Yeah.
This is the Hungry Podcast.
Podcast.
You guys want to get some? You want? We're on the
That
podcast.
zipping and
have
unzipping
to-
is not. It's John's shoe.
It's, yeah, I'm fucking. I have to fiddle with something, and I
No,
decided
he's
to
just
fiddle with my
jacking
shoe.
off on screen.
With my zip? What?
I don't know.
What do you think I'm? How do you use
Gaining
a zip?
and losing access 30 times a second.
Yeah. Exactly. It's the Flash, but he's edging.
Obi-Wan and Anakin
I'm done.
have-
Whoop, I'm done. Whoop, I'm done.
God, just think about Oglaf comics now. Fucking sleight of hand expert. I've got such a subtle touch. I gave you a hand job. You didn't even notice. Oglaf comics are really
Canceling
funny.
this episode.
So, okay, content warning for Oglaf comics. It's very sexual content, but like it was the guy started writing a porn comic, but he was too funny, and so it pivoted into being just a funny comic.
Oh, like Belinda blinked.
I have some opinions on that.
On Belinda.
dear.
I'm no, it's that I'm hyper cynical, like to the point where it's not fun to discuss.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
And Obi-Wan's great as usual. He's so
Yes,
perfect.
very true.
Hello there,
Just
General Kenobi.
all the scenes just like hit as well. Like there's
What's the one?
like it
is
has
it
the
episode-
best line in all of Star Wars, which is "This is how democracy died." This is
I
how
thought that was
liberty
in
died.
1.
No, it's in
No,
3.
it's
This
in
is how
3.
liberty dies.
When Palpatine takes over.
With roaring applause, he declares the Galactic Empire.
Oh,
This is
right,
how
yeah,
liberty
yeah,
dies.
yeah.
With rapturous applause.
What's the scene? Which one
I love democracy.
does 3 open with them going to go fuck up Dooku?
Yes,
Yeah.
they do fuck up
With the
Dooku.
Grandma Mites Me Anastasia bit, right?
What?
Yes.
Where Obi-Wan... Yeah, thank you, Cam.
Oh, that
Obi-Wan
happens like 3
walks
times
in
for
and he
Obi-Wan.
goes... for the
He does that every episode, though.
He does. You know, disrobes his cloak
Robe.
in the big fucking... Grandmama, it's me. Anastasia.
I've never seen that movie,
It's pretty good.
so I've heard.
Rasputin's in it.
I do enjoy Rasputin being in things. That big orange fucking shapes man is my
Yep.
favorite.
This is a Destiny 2 reference.
No, it's
I haven't
not.
played
That's
Destiny
just
2
what
all
Rasputin
season.
looked like. That's why he was so good at fucking.
Yeah, no, go find the old pictures. He's just orange transparent chainsaw.
I'm imagining like black and white pictures of like
Yeah, he's orange even
The
in those
giant-
pictures.
All the
The
women
giant,
loved him
like,
because he had a
AI.
vibrating exosuit.
the giant AI with like in the background there's Moscow.
Yeah, Rasputin.
So true.
The scene that's often memed of like, you know, you were the chosen one, you know, I have the high ground and then you were the chosen one. It's like genuinely emotionally like
It is.
it's a really
Some part of
See,
this is that you
John,
were 14 hours in.
John,
Yeah?
the thing is, he was his brother.
he loved him.
Yeah.
I got brothers.
That's not even a bit. That wasn't even a bit. Like, it was a bit, but that
But
wasn't even
they
a
were
bit.
like
they
brothers.
had a whole relationship
Yeah,
thing.
and the fight the opening
Again,
scene
wild age difference.
the opening
Thanks for
scene
that eyebrow,
of
Cam.
3 is also just
Sorry,
it's
you said
amazing.
whole relationship, and that's just enough that it doesn't matter what you were talking about.
it's just like a really great like space battle. You finally
It
get to
is.
see
That's
the
the
scale.
one with the
Little buzz droids.
vultures
Oh,
and the
those
buzz droids.
and the
fucking
vulture
guys.
droids. Love a little vulture droid.
Yeah, I had a Lego of them.
Nice.
They were good, and the bomber version as well.
Ooh,
The big bomber version.
nice. My experience
Buzz
watching
droids
Star
are
Wars
dumb as
movies
shit,
as
though.
well
They really are.
is having.
Just fucking put a bomb in there.
Why
Hey,
don't
what if we just spat some droids out into space and maybe they will land on a ship and do some damage?
They've got cutlery, don't they?
Yeah.
That'll learn them.
Yeah.
No, use a bomb. You're in space combat.
Well, I think it's like the
Quit
bomb. They probably have
fucking
shields
about.
and stuff, and like the little dudes can get past the shields or something.
Sure, but the little dude, he's got just make the little dude a bomb.
Yeah. Just make it land.
Give that
and
little
then
guy a hand.
Chuck a squat,
Okay.
and then he blow up.
If
Yeah.
if you're married to the idea of a drone that like jumps on the ship and fucks around, give it a circular drill and a grenade.
Yep. Ramiel it.
He gave it half of it. Gave it the circular drill.
No, that was just a
No, they
regular
have
point
little
drill.
saws.
Well, yeah, they do.
And then R2 just zaps
R2
that one
R2 and they have,
motherfucker
like, a little
straight
fucking-
off the wing.
They have like a little jewel.
It's because they wanted to show R2 doing something while they were on the ship, probably.
Also,
Instead of just...
R4,
That was poor.
R4, who's
R4 suffers.
Obi-Wan's loyal astromech for the entire of the prequels.
He's
in
a
the
little red bastard,
yeah,
right?
in the last one, he just gets fucking exploded, and Obi-Wan's like, "Oh,
Well,
dang,
So the thing with R4,
you were best friends." You
no.
really-
So okay. One, R4 was like built into those ships the whole time. He never had legs. Dude suffers, right? The Jedi Starfighter can't fit a whole
Why?
droid in it. Two, so Obi-Wan is like objectively complicit in not only droid slavery but regular slavery.
I mean, so is
The
Qui-Gon.
whole Jedi Order is.
They all are, but
Yeah.
like they're
But,
like
like,
fucking
Obi-Wan is, like,
See, the
centrists.
thing is, clones aren't people.
No, clones are one more problem, but like I mean, in terms of the Jedi Order being like, we can't go deal with Tatooine's slavery situation.
I think it's
That's allowed.
I think it's in the prequels at least. The idea is of these Jedi's like impartial, like protectors and defenders of they
Yeah, they're doing
they
very
don't
well.
have a will themselves to enact. They just enact the will of the Senate, right? Because there isn't like Sith they need to go out and destroy as much. There isn't like bad guys. They just have to like enforce the will
If
of
you
like
claim to
the
be
democracy.
Knight Protectors, you need to go Knight Protect.
Yeah, but like the fucking government didn't decide that was an issue or something.
They're not.
Right?
They're specifically not a paralegal force. They're not part of the government. They just have oversight. But like, fuck them. This is why light side Sith are better than dark side Jedi and better than light side Jedi because they'll get shit done. One light side Sith could go to Tatooine and fix it. Pop
I
a
mean-
fucking slug like a grape.
Yeah.
And
I-
without murdering all of the Sandmen
Yeah.
and the women and
Yeah,
children.
you know what
too.
light side Sith don't do? Yeah. They
that's 'cause
fucking
that's what
execute
dark
the
side
Tusken
Sith
Raiders.
Mans was like a
No, he was a
light side
collapsing
Jedi
Jedi.
at that time.
Yeah,
No,
but
he was
that wasn't a
fucked
light
up.
side Jedi move.
No, it wasn't.
It
but-
was a dark side.
you
It's
know,
almost like that.
Anakin's-
It's almost like that whole move was there
Nice
to show
dichotomy,
how he
shithead.
wasn't.
What lies
Yeah.
outside it?
Anyway, that concludes my
Your thoughts on Star Wars?
my thoughts on the first
But, you
six
know,
Star Wars
Star-
movies.
oh,
2
hold on.
weeks. Monday the 30th.
Oh, semester's
we'll-
back at
we'll
that
do
point,
the-
I think.
No,
No,
it's
I'm
not
thinking
until
February.
end of February.
Ignore
me.
Monday the 30th of January. Disney era Star Wars marathon. Release order 7, Rogue One, 8, Solo 9.
What the sweet fuck?
It's release order.
No, it's so you can get that experience of having to wait.
Yeah,
You know,
have to
wait
an extra
2
year.
years between them. Except instead of 2 years, it's 2 hours.
And it's Solo.
And it's Solo. You can watch 8,
I
and then
haven't
you
seen
get the
Solo.
Solo was
If I remember
planned to be a different movie, and then they made it what it is instead. And it's this ducks back into the thing I was about to say about droids. Star Wars is like sets up droids suffer, and they are actively like an enslaved people that have actual like they're
They
people.
have pain as well.
They don't.
There are
they have-
scenes of droid torture.
Yeah.
That's one like that one.
The one
the
where his
extended
gonk
universe
droid
did
gets
go out
his-
of its way to be like, yeah, that's because the one droid doing the torturing built a pain chip.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's cool.
that guy's just got a kink. No, straight up, they take out his paint chip before dismantling him. He's like, no, put it back.
I want to be human.
No, he just wants to feel pain.
Solo, if I remember, I don't remember it much, but I feel like it was like 4 out of 10.
Solo is like, it was like, it's just not very good.
Yeah, it was just,
the
I don't
thing.
remember being
I
particularly
haven't seen
excited.
Solo. I haven't seen
It didn't
9, and
need
honestly,
to
I'm
be-
fine with that.
It didn't need to
do
be
be
an
fine with
origin
that.
story. It just didn't. We know. We know what kind. Just show him doing things.
No.
He's a scruffy fucking
Don't-
nerf herder.
They need to make that
He's
in the
got
first
his
place. But like,
fucking weed van,
yeah.
and he's got his bud.
But also, like, boy, they sure did fuck over the droids in that movie as well.
Yeah.
Lando was cool.
Lando
Love to
was
see love to see Lando in stuff.
Yep.
I like seeing Donald Glover.
Yeah, Dong Lover.
But we get the experience of being a Star Wars fan between the years of like what 2016 and 2020.
Yeah, those were rough years to be
I
Star
will
Wars
say,
fans.
I did see both Force Awakens and Rogue One at midnight release.
Nice.
I think I saw at least one of them at midnight release.
I
yeah.
think I saw 7 and 8. I didn't see midnight release, but it was like the day they were released.
I think I took a while to see 8, and then when I did see 8, I was like,
Cam, we can't talk about 8 on this
Yeah.
podcast. Cam, we
We
know
can't. No,
our
yeah,
friendship
yeah,
will
we're
become
moving on.
irreparable. Okay.
I'm just gonna say I think Rogue One's the best Star Wars
Rogue One was
movie.
really, really
Yeah,
good.
let's
I think it's objectively the
Love
best
Rogue
Star
One.
Wars movie.
Okay, well, you haven't seen episode 3, and
Yes,
that's
I
all
have.
right. You haven't seen it.
Yeah, I have.
You've never seen a golf course.
You've never
Good.
seen a golf course. L plus ratio
You know why
plus haven't
Tatooine is
seen
like
episode
that?
3
Golf
plus
courses.
don't know a golf
Yeah,
course.
it's true.
Do you
There's
think
one
Coruscant
golf
has
course on
like indoor
Tatooine, and if you
golf
didn't have that
courses?
golf course, it'd be green. The whole planet.
Yeah. No, golf
I think there
courses are
should
terrible
be-
for the environment.
Yeah.
There's a scene in one of the prequels where they go in. Oh, I bumped the mic with
They
my
stripped
fingers.
the entire planet, made it perfectly smooth to play golf, and then erosion happened.
Like my
There's-
brain.
No, but there's a scene in
like
the
a chicken
prequels
breast.
where
My
they
brain's
go
been
into like
eroding for
a
years.
sports bar, and there was like
Yes.
Star
Hey,
Wars
want to buy
sports
some
there.
death sticks?
Elon Sleaze
No,
Vagana.
I don't want to buy any death sticks.
How much for death sticks?
Death sticks. I mean, you can get death pretty easily, but if you want to, if you want it to stick, I'd recommend using like a gun.
I'm gonna name and shame my good buddy Winslade here. This is a question
Winslade,
that I
friend of the
wrote
show.
for quiz night. Winslade, good friend of the show, good friend of mine. Quiz night question: how much do death sticks, one unit of death sticks, cost you in the Fantasy Flight RPG? This was a question that was almost
Which
entirely
RPG? Or are they all the same?
the Star Wars ones.
There's like 3 of them.
Yeah, but they
The
have
Fantasy
the same.
Flight Star Wars
Okay.
ones. So the Force and Destiny.
Edge of the
Edge of the
Empire,
Empire ones.
and Age of Rebellion. And the correct answer is either 1, the first one is free, or 2, 20 credits. And we pointed this straight at Winslade, as he was somewhat of a Star Warsman, one of the few people who can run that system, who's sort of like still dicking about.
Yeah.
No one uses death sticks in that system.
Yeah, I know.
The
but
first one is
he was close.
The first one is free. Isn't a thing drug dealers do, right? That's just like that's not a thing.
No, it
'Cause
is.
why
I
would
don't know. I think that could be a thing.
It could. It sounds plausible, but it's actually just like a scare tactic. I think
Well,
that
I
they
don't
use
think
to
it's like a.
like ring up.
It's more that like you
ring
know,
up fear and whatnot.
My
back in
guess
the
is
it's
it's more based off of like usually you're hanging out with somebody.
Yeah, it'd be
and
like,
they're
hey,
leading
try it
drugs
at
and
a
they'll
party
try
or
it,
something like
But
that.
it's not actually. That's just like a friend being like, "Hey man,
No
check
one
this
goes
out."
out and
not-
buys drugs.
No
from
drug
a
dealer is like, "Oh
their
yes, the
first time
first
doing
time."
Yeah,
drugs.
look,
That's
drug
insane.
dealers don't have membership cards. They don't know it's your first time.
But also, like, no motherfucker on their first time getting drugs is like, I'm going to purchase these.
yeah,
for a
I'm
deal.
going to go to
That's
a
insane.
drug dealer.
I
and
feel
I'm
like
gonna buy
I feel
drugs.
like I bet fucking people do though.
Yeah, but those guys are paying.
No, but I bet people are like, I'm going to go out and do
I think
the drug.
the only people that go out and actively buy drugs for their first time are high schoolers at private schools.
Yeah, no, that's what I. That's
The cost of It's
exactly the
Always Sunny.
demographic
Where,
I was thinking.
where there's like also, like that one private school kid who's there on a scholarship and like sells their Adderall or like their grandma's pain meds.
Jesus.
Or alternatively just knows what drugs are and
Knows-
how much they
knows what
actually
drugs
cost,
are.
and
What
then
is a
goes, "Hello, older students. This one weed will cost you $100. Is that okay?" And the older students go, Yes,
wow,
that
for
seems
a whole
re-
weed.
One
How much
whole
is-
weed?
What about first one is
I
free?
was willing to give you 500.
100? Nah, you get 5 death sticks for that.
You can.
6 if the first one's free.
So true. Nice even baker's dozen.
Nice even Baker's, doesn't it?
Baker's half dozen.
No, I was waiting for someone to call me on that. Yeah,
Also regular.
it was
dozen.
intentional.
Okay, I thought you were just like,
A baker's dozen is
Imagining
13, to be fair.
what? Why?
It's because
Uh,
there was rules that if you didn't have the whole dozen, you'd get in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh.
make a spare.
So,
What
which is
trouble
why
would
it's the
bakers
difference
get
between
into?
a dozen
The
and a baker.
baking police?
Bread-
So I see a lack of
yeah.
Bread
croissant
had
here.
so many rules.
Bread has so many rules. It's because if you took away bread, human society collapses
Yeah.
almost everywhere.
Almost.
You know how there's that saying about bread and circuses? Bread's fucking important. man.
Yeah.
What bread? No.
If you give the people bread and circuses, then they won't revolt. Which is
You gotta keep them,
in,
like-
from Rome.
Yeah.
You have a supply of food, so they're not just going hungry and therefore will be
If the people are
dissatisfied with the
comfortable and
thing.
entertained,
And then you give them the Colosseum where they can watch bitches being slaughtered, they will not care what society is like. They will sit there, they will eat their bread, and they will watch a guy fight a lion.
it gets a little more
And they will be
complicated than
happy.
that, but that is like the general
Yeah.
gist of things.
Yeah,
In
that's,
general,
that's the gist of the
For a
saying.
society to be stable, you need bread and circuses. For a society like baseline pretends to be a functional one.
But there's a lot of rules about bread. Like, your
Yeah.
bread has to have certain levels of quality.
Bread is-
Romans had bread stamps, where bakers would have specific brands that they had to put on their bread, so that your bread was traceable to
Yeah.
who made it.
Bread is
in the
critical to
case
human
that-
society.
In the case that
almost every
this
country in the
baker
world.
is not doing bread properly, like, say you're putting sawdust in your bread, like you're bulking it up with stuff that is not bread in order to, make more money, you're going to get your shit kicked in by the state.
Bread takes ingredients that you can't live off and turns them into ingredients you can live off.
Like,
mean,
who the
you
fuck
can-
drinks
you can-
milk?
Huh? Me? I drink milk.
Like if you were like stuck on an island with the ingredients for bread and you just ate them, you would die.
What do you think makes the milk blue?
Midi-chlorians.
It's actually just traveling towards you really fast. It's just
Catch.
approaching really quickly.
Yep. This is fast milk.
Fast milk. We need to make the milk slow. I want red milk.
Well, that's not slow. That's going away from you really fast.
Yeah. That's milk that's fleeing.
Fleeing
Milk that's
it's
got other
scarce.
places to be.
That's why you never see any red milk, because it's all run away.
Yeah.
All milk is red to the cow.
Yeah, you just fucking
It's
like a
leaving.
book. You just read it to the cow.
You don't deserve like 80% of the laughs you get.
Oh, I'm well aware. You know what the best part is? This podcast lets me get such a great return on investment. I say one dumb joke and like 3 fuckers laugh.
2 of them are you while re-listening to the podcast.
I don't even have to anymore.
You just imagine.
Yeah, I've simulated the whole thing in my head. Needs more jokes about sodium chloride.
What?
Have you not seen that meme?
No.
Would you like to try a sample of our new potato chip?
No thanks. I've already simulated the flavor in my head. Pretty good. Needs more sodium chloride next time. He's got like fucking...
Yeah, he's got like equations all around him.
Okay, good meme. Good meme. Hey, welcome to Overheard UniSFA meme review. Episode 1.
It's similar to Where Do You Work Out at the library.
Yeah.
It's a similar sort of meme.
What do you at the library?
You know that one, right?
No.
Dude's got a really big head.
Yeah. It's like he's a super buff guy, like, the Chad type, but
Yeah.
before Chad was a thing.
Chad was always
so-
a thing. We just
And
had
then
many
there's a
different
little
names
guy
across
that
it.
has a giant fucking egghead. And the buff guy's like, where do you work out? At the library.
You know what? I'm not feeling this meme. I'm feeling this is a bit of a Phantom Menace meme. That's about the tier we're talking. Right? I felt the NACL meme, that was more Return of the Jedi.
Well, the other one wasn't a meme. It was something someone unironically posted as like a political cartoon or something.
Yeah. Then people
The
made fun
library
of.
one.
The library, yeah.
Oh, I
It
was
was like,
thinking,
I'm
no.
so
The
smart.
salt one was
The
Return
salt
of
one's
the
a great
Jedi. The workout at the library one, that's a Phantom Menace.
They made the Phantom Menace on purpose.
I think we should. Yeah, I think we should only replace things by comparing them to Star Wars movies.
That's a really Phantom Menace idea. That's a real Attack of the Clones idea.
Yeah, I was
I
going
don't
to
know,
say
I felt like-
I'd rate that Attack of the Clones.
That's like an Episode 8 idea, man.
No, I was also going to call it Episode 8 idea.
It's a real solo right there.
Oh my!
Somehow comparisons have returned.
All right, no, I'm on board. I take it back. Back to Phantom Menace.
Back to Batman. It's gone up. Can I get anything to get it to like A New Hope?
No.
No.
It would have to be a better idea, dude.
John.
They had to make better
Were
movies,
you about to
man.
say Return of the King?
No. I think I was about to say
I don't
Return
believe you.
I think I was about to say Return of the Jedi. Note that.
I thought I heard a K sound there.
You were thinking Return of the Clones.
Oh, okay.
Attack
I might
of the
have.
Clone.
So I went Return of the Jedi. It might have skipped to Empire Strikes Back. So I might have gone like Return of the Jedi. No, it was not Return of the King. There was no Return of the King in my mind.
Okay.
Why would I be thinking about dumb, stupid fantasy when I could be thinking about smart, big brain sci-fi? Yeah, I work out of the library.
Hold on, we should do push-ups.
Where do you
right
work
now in
out?
this
The
library.
UniSFA club room.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do a gym cast. Yeah, we should go through our reps. What's your rep?
I have a reputation for saying a lot of things that aren't very smart.
I have a reputation for saying a lot of things that are very smart. I also have a reputation for lying. No, I don't. Alistair, do you have any reputations?
Is that a Taylor Swift album?
I have a reputation for taking off my shirt.
It is a Taylor Swift album.
This is not true, I'm not
Congratulations.
that guy.
1 point. I should get a quiz
I've
up.
got to say, I was like 80% confident on that one,
I wasn't.
but I was also like 95% confident that no one would call me out on it until this podcast gets released.
Okay, we're going to do a Star Wars trivia quiz.
Oh god,
Oh,
Star Wars
Jesus.
trivia
All
quiz.
right.
Okay.
What's the name?
This is a really good idea, John.
Okay. 25 question. How big a Star Wars fan are you?
Yeah.
May the answers be with you. Number 1. What's the name of this young boy in the Phantom Menace?
I believe that's Anakin Skywalker.
It is a picture of Anakin Skywalker, yes. This Jedi
Spoilers.
appears in Attack of the Clones. What's his name?
That's Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
It's Obi-Wan
that's
Kenobi.
That is
yeah.
the Lord Jesus Christ.
In
He
Star Wars
is
3,
risen.
not Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, which villain does this character transform into? It's a picture of Anakin, the answers are Darth Maul, Jabba the Hutt, Emperor Palpatine, Darth Vader.
Jabba the Hutt.
Is there any actual difficult questions?
No, man. The first question is who the fuck
Oh,
is Anakin
okay. What is the
Skywalker?
call sign of the X-Wing fighter that Luke Skywalker flies?
Red 5.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he was gold.
No.
No.
He's Red 5?
He's Red
Fake
5 and then he's Rogue Leader after that. Oh,
Okay.
no. I think then, sorry, he's Rogue Leader for Episode 5 and then he's not in Rogue Squadron for Episode 6. Because Wedge is Rogue Leader. He might be Rogue
You know what I love?
2
One of
in
my-
Episode 5. I forget.
I'm
It's been
gonna
too
I'm
long.
gonna wheel back to Rogue One here.
Yeah.
I like that we see specifically on the attack on Scarif, the 3 fighter squadrons
Yeah.
come in to help out.
was
Gold
really well
gold
done.
and red squadrons both make it through the aperture. For those unfamiliar, the planet has like a big
It's got a
force field
butthole.
around it. It's got a butthole. There's a big old sphincter. And then Blue Squadron is at the back, and the aperture closes too fast, and the majority of them crash right into it and get destroyed. And I thought it was a nice touch that because Rogue One leads straight into A New Hope, one of my favorite things about it.
Yeah.
But it's like Blue Squadron is not here. We only have red and gold. You just saw them get blown up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rogue One makes Episode 4 better, and that's
It really does.
impressive.
It really, really does.
I found the. Sorry, I was looking through the rest of these questions. I completely zoned out what you were saying. I heard something about Rogue One. The only question I think is worth anything here is what is a baby porg called?
Porgal.
Cam?
Pogger.
The possible answers are Porglet, Porgy, Porgan, and Porgus.
God, I hope it's Porgus. Please be Porgus.
Please be Porgus. Please be Porgus.
Porgs don't count as Star Wars.
They do not. They are.
There's no submit
Hey, we
button
made
on this
we
quiz.
made a
We had to
Furry
CG out the
thing again,
puffins. No, the Porgs
Yeah,
were
I
at least
know.
forced because they had to deal with the puffins.
I think that's really funny.
Yes.
I think they should have just put puffins in space.
Why is there's no submit button to this quiz? Hello?
Yeah, no, you just have to
I
guess.
think you have to answer all the questions, John.
Oh my god.
John, this isn't worth it, man.
This quiz sucks ass.
No, I want to know what a baby poggle is.
Yeah, we gotta
we
know.
can just Google it.
No, we
I'm
gotta
just gonna
finish
Google
the quiz.
Porgs. It'll be faster. It will suck less as a process.
One of the questions is like, what's the name of Jar Jar Binks? It's not the actual question, but whatever. And one of the options is just Harvey.
Yeah, it's his middle name.
Harvey. Jabba.
Jar Harvey Jobbings.
No,
I love that all of the the Wikipedia insists on using past tense because it was a long time ago.
It was Porglet.
Aww.
Yeah, it was, Jesus Christ.
Any Porglets in the chat?
Oh God.
What?
Oh, I'm looking at an image of Porglets.
Porglet?
This is bad CG.
Porglet. Oh my god.
I'm gonna
Why
send
do
an
they
image
look
of
like
Porglets
this?
to the chat, to like the Discord, and you'll all see it. But I'm not gonna give you context.
They look
until
like
later.
furry potatoes that have mouths and they look like really shitty Furbies. They look like the worst Furbies ever.
I'm still getting it up.
Are you now?
To be clear,
And the Porglets aren't doing it for you.
I'm getting the image. I am still accessing the image.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
I've
but
not
once
yet
you do, you'll have
seen
got
the
it.
image.
Once you got the image, you can get it up.
No. I do not like this.
Yeah.
I do not
Good bit,
like
John.
that they are but faces.
I do not like
Just-
it, Sam. I am.
What if we put a face on a tribble and made everything worse?
Good old Tribbles.
Tribble?
That's a notorious enemy of the Klingon Empire.
It really is.
What's a
So, John,
tribble?
imagine
Oh,
all the
wait.
fluffy
No,
What's a
no, I
tribble?
know
It
the
goes
tribbles. I've seen this episode. I've seen them. They're so nice, though.
You motherfuckers are gonna kill all my lilies.
Bow, bow.
Pest control.
Oh, fucking tribbles. They're so nice.
So did we win the quiz, John?
Yeah, you won the
It sounds like we
quiz.
got 100% on
Hooray!
that quiz.
We
Because
got 100%.
Porglets, the obvious pick.
We can just take the quiz again and lie. Someone's
No.
made like Porgs, but they're Pokemon, and
Jesus.
there's like an evolved form called the Porgiotto,
Yeah, right.
and
I
it's a
don't know,
bird.
Porgs were fine. They were a neat addition. If the movie was good, I'd love to think about Porgs. But instead, they fill me with memories.
How did Padme die? She does lose the will
She
to
lost
live.
the will to live.
She got shit through pores syndrome, where you shit through your pores.
Through your porgs?
You just gotta never pause. Always play.
But how will little cats do stuff if they don't have feet?
They have toe beans
Yeah, on what?
Yeah, on their paws.
on their feet. You just called them feet before, it's fine.
No, they're not that tall.
Yeah, they're more in inches.
No, that's a kind of bird.
Centimeters. Yeah, get fucked. Metric system for the win. Comes back again.
Alistair, the joke was about
Yeah,
inches. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, but Sandhims
Do you
don't
do
even
this, like,
taste that
regularly?
good, dude.
Huh? Sorry, repeat that again.
I don't know what Alistair... You say what you
I
said.
said, do you do this, like, regularly?
And I said, Sandhims don't even taste that good, dude.
I don't think so. I hope not.
He's just
Don't worry,
ignored my
Cam, I
bit.
think you're funny.
Thank you.
I thought it was amusing. I got your bit.
Okay.
I got
Cam,
you,
what
don't
was your
worry.
bit? Sorry.
I'm going to repeat it a third time for
Yeah.
you. The audience can deal with it. I said that Sandhims don't even taste that good.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, I love the same joke, but again.
And again.
And again.
Look, if someone didn't hear me, I'll say the joke again.
I know.
That's just free joke.
Yeah. It's kind of like how sentences don't taste very good.
Yeah.
That's not very funny, John.
Is it not funny to repeat? It's only funny when he repeats it.
OC, donut steal.
What? I'm hungry now. Donut. I swear I'm not a cop.
So, Twin Peaks pie.
Twin Peaks pie. Oh, cherry pie.
Twin Peaks does make me want to have cherry pie, even though... you know what I had? You know what I had the other day? Geordie
Nice
came back
huckleberry
from
pie.
the farm and bought the best fucking cherries I've had in my life home.
Nice.
Like, cherries were okay until now. They were like, yeah, I could stand there and eat cherries for like 5 to 10 minutes. I
Not
stood there
potato
and ate
crisp,
these
but, you
cherries
know.
for like a good half hour. They were by far the best cherries
I like
I've
how you're
had.
It's not like
measuring
good cherries.
like how much you like cherries by the amount of time you will spend just standing there eating
Yeah,
them.
cherries
Yeah.
are like inconvenient to eat, right? These things fell off the pip like fucking like meat off of the bone when you make
I
something
don't find
good.
cherries inconvenient.
Like if a cherry's like too firm and
you
it's
saying
you
that
need to get the
out-
pip out,
Are you saying that Cam needs to get better at cherry eating?
Yeah.
maybe the cherries I've normally had aren't very good, but these ones like it was just trivial. Like the pips were just leaving.
Pulled cherry.
I think you I don't know, cherry strats. You just sort of like incisor through the middle, and
No,
then
no,
you
no.
just tongue it out.
These ones, I would just squash it with my
Fuck
like
off.
tongue, and the pip would just leave. But it wasn't that it was like squishy; it was just the perfect texture. It was again, it was tender.
I don't know. I
It
like
was
firm
tender.
fruits.
Yeah, that's fair, but again, I don't want to use like the word soft because it was not. It was tender. They just did what you needed them to. It was perfect.
It's like Jesus.
Yeah.
Tender does what you need
You
them
know-
to
Tender
do.
and mild.
You know who else's meat falls off the bone?
What?
Youth past the voice.
Ah, the story of the lepers.
Something else I did this week is I went to see my first ever. Yeah, I gotta throw
No,
this
you gotta
somewhere
leave it
else.
there. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, we gotta go somewhere. Okay, and I'll take us wherever we need to go, and that place is anywhere.
You know who else will take you wherever you need to go, brother?
Who, Cam? Indulge me.
I'm always here. What do you need?
Thanks, Alistair.
Get out of my head. I saw my first ever live music show. That was
Oh,
fun.
nice.
Yeah, that's where this shirt is
Where
from.
did you go?
It was a release for this independent record company based in Perth,
Nice.
or like
Sounds sick.
yeah, it was a bunch
My
of
first ever dead music show.
another at Records like compilation 2 release show thing.
Yeah, nice.
And that was fun. It was really fun. The music was really loud. I remember like leaving it and being like, "Why does my ear feel funny?" and then waking up the
That'll be
next
the
day
noise.
and being like, "Huh, my ear feels funny," and it still does. It's
Why
gotten
only
better though.
one?
Standing next to a speaker, like
Oh,
Yeah,
fair,
I
fair,
was
fair,
like
fair,
moving
fair.
around trying to do it, but I'm not sure why it was just one. I bought some
you probably like stood
earbuds
closer to
now.
one speaker than the other for a
Yeah.
while.
But all the bands
there.
were fucking great. And all the people were really nice, and it was just like a really fun time.
Hell yeah.
I got like really into it, and I was trying not to feel embarrassed when I'm like the only one like jumping up and down, because I was like, I don't know,
Oh man, I miss
getting
jumping up and
hyped.
down. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
See, the thing is, live music's just pretty fucking good.
yeah. I remember when I was a kid, I was like, I don't fucking understand live music. I can just listen to it at home, and it will sound better anyway.
Yeah.
You won't
I
be
get that.
surrounded though.
Well, that's the thing,
I
right?
love
That's
being
got its own
surrounded
downsides
by
now.
music.
I had like my peak for
does.
live music would be 2019, and then it's all been downhill from there
Even
because of the death.
yeah,
The death plague. But I know it was fun.
oh, I'm not even talking about the people. I hate the people. I could leave the people.
Yeah, live music is sick.
I just
and,
like
I
being
do miss it
surrounded by
sometimes.
the music.
I know. Everyone I talked to there was really nice.
I think the experience of being in a room with a lot of
I guess it
people all
depends
doing
on
the
what
same
scene
thing
it is.
in like
Yeah.
such a visceral way where you're all like yelling along. That's neat.
I went to one of the. So many of the people there were just the other bands playing.
That is
It's-
how it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, local small music be like that.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, musicians will tell you this, and they'll be so annoyed. But it is how it is.
And so I went up to like at least one member of each band afterwards and was like, "Yeah, you did great," because I actually did like every band.
Any big live music show below a certain scale is just effectively a big old circle jerk, and that is okay. That's the way it
The
has
thing
to be.
is, you got to go to the other bands. Otherwise, when you get up to perform, there will be no one there. Except maybe your mum.
Finn, good friend of the show, Finn, said the anecdote to me of like many small local music scenes are just the same $20 being passed around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Great for the economy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, like, you guys were great, you know, I'm having a great time, and he gave me a hug. He was like so appreciative.
Yeah, people love it when you.
And then, you know, I've just seen him up on the stage earlier, like screaming into a mic, just like dropping his guitar, gripping that mic like his life depended on it.
Oh no,
I just,
the
like,
physicality of live music is something else.
You know, if that bass kick drum doesn't make your shins feel like they're shattering, what are you doing? Can't understand any of the lyrics, but
If you
fine.
can't feel music in your ribs, it's not enough.
I went camping over the weekend.
How was that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
was
You
alright.
weren't in Perth. I
It
was like,
dirt.
that was fucking dirt.
I went to the beach.
How do you feel about the dirt versus the beach?
Okay, so dirt is actually. I'm far more okay with having a bit of dirt on me.
Okay, it's not as
Sand,
annoying,
dirt
and
doesn't
irritating.
get
Doesn't get everywhere.
Right, dirt gets
yeah.
in a couple of places. Dirt
Dirt-
gets on my feet, mostly my hands sometimes.
Dirt just sort of goes on you, and then it's on you. It doesn't move.
Sand has got things it wants you to know.
Sand
Yeah.
infiltrates you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If you've got dirt on you and you stop paying attention, the dirt isn't there anymore.
Well, no,
fine.
it's still there. People
But,
can
like,
still
as
use
in
it to
you can push
blackmail
through
you,
right in-
right?
Nice. But like, you know, if you just get like fucking like push through the mental block, you can just eat stuff with dirt covered hands, and you'll be like, whatever, man. I
Get
don't
through the
fucking
mental
Yeah.
block.
care. Right? Like if you're tired enough, you don't notice the dirt. Sand is not your friend. Sand wants you to know that it's there.
Why aren't you eating your food? I've got dirt on my hands. It's a bit dirty. Sounds like a mental block.
Oh, dude, no.
Get
if you've
over
been,
it.
If you've been like shoveling and someone gives you a sandwich and you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking eat that.
Wash your hands, Cam.
I've been shoveling. I want the sandwich. Right, but
wants
if you've got sand on you,
He does want the sandwich.
if you've got sand on you and they hand you, you can't.
No, I'll eat
There's
I'll eat the sandwich with the sand, but
no,
not the
nothing
dirt.
is worse than sand in
You
your
are
teeth.
going to bite sand.
Oh,
it sucks
that is the
so
worst.
bad.
It's like, do you want the texture of sand or the taste of dirt? And it's like
Taste of dirt,
Dirt
any
doesn't
day.
taste.
Dirt has a taste.
dirt
Are you
has
sure if
taste.
you lick
it tastes dirty. Yeah, well, you're licking it because it's going on his sandwich.
No, it's
One would say it has an earthy taste, but I mean, let's be like that's not entirely.
that's
a
like
bit.
a wine.
I don't drink wine
If
because
you
it
get
probably
like
tastes
also
like dirt.
dirt doesn't like leave, right? If you've got like dirt on your fingers from like shoveling,
Yeah,
if you give your hands like a wash, they'll still have dirt on them. But
yeah.
you'll
Well,
be fine.
do
You can
it.
touch
Wash
stuff
them
with those
better.
hands. Dude, have you done yard work?
Yeah, I have. You wear
Nah, he
fucking
goes to
gloves.
the golf course.
You have fucking gloves.
You wear gloves,
Ooh,
and then
la di da.
and then if you take the gloves off, or if you're not wearing gloves, you can still fucking wash the dirt off.
You
Or
wash
at
your
least
hands,
you
sure,
wash
like,
the dirt off enough that it's not going to go on the
you know what
sandwich
I'm
when
saying,
you
right?
eat it.
Yeah, that's not much. There's not like you don't
I
have to
think
wash your hands
you
much
just
to
gotta-
avoid that, right? Yeah, you can just do that.
You shake off all the loose dirt, and sure, you got some dirt on
This
your hands.
isn't Taylor Swift's song. We
But
can't
the
just shake
dirt's-
it off, okay? You need to wash
No,
it
that's
off.
with sand.
The
Sand
dirt-
does not. You can't risk any sand getting
Yeah.
on there.
Sand, you can just like...
If you get a
Sand-
little bit of
no,
dirt on the
no, no, no.
sandwich from your
Sand
hands,
is way easier to get off.
that's fine.
Sand, you need to go into the decon airlock.
If you don't get the sand off,
The
you
decon
die.
airlock, just put your hand in the fucking beach water.
No,
No,
you know what
there's
it comes with the
sand in
sand
there.
on.
No, it's what? Hello? It's Earth sink.
No.
Sand is no friend of mine.
Mm-mm.
What are you doing at the beach if you've got food?
Your mum.
Nicely fucking done.
Oh, really? Are you? Okay. Wow.
Jesus
I don't know why we're at
Christ,
the
it's been
beach,
a
but-
while. No, yeah, sand's fucking awful, man. Making stuff out of sand is fine, but like, if the beach was made of clay, that'd be sick.
So how are you eating something at the beach?
You're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, what if-
Can't.
But you're hungry.
The only way...
You have to go somewhere. You
The
have to
only
wash your
reason
hands
it's
properly.
acceptable
Yeah, in
to
the-
eat at the beach is when you go up to the grass area that's near the beach, and you either have not been down to the beach yet, or you have all...
You've
Like,
got to really decontaminate
yeah.
your whole hands. You, don't
you
wanna
have
let sand
sat at
get
that
in there.
that shitty shower, and you've washed off your feet, and then you wash your hands thoroughly.
Oh, you've
and
sat
that's
under
no
that
more
shower
sand.
for like 12 whole minutes, and,
And
like,
if
Cam,
you don't
your butt
do
crack
that,
is still
Cam, I think you
sand.
if you
fucking
don't do
central.
that, you deserve to bite sand.
Like it's like you're as
It-
clean
it
as you
is-
can get, right?
If you have the
and
if
when you
have
get
enough
home, you take off
hubris
your
to think
pants.
that
You know what you
can
find,
just-
John? You know what you find after you've decontaminated
You find
yourself
the
the
sand
best
in
you
your
can?
butt crack.
You find
I'm
butt crack sand, John.
And hair sand.
hair sand.
Butt hair sand.
Sand, it's coarse, it's rough, it's irritating, it's everywhere.
It's coarse, it's rough, it's
I
irritating.
think you're going
it
over-
gets
place you-
I think
everywhere.
you're going overboard on trying to get sand off your hands.
All right, John. If you think
Have you
that
ever got
sand is
sand
okay,
between your
no,
toes,
he's
like
forced,
stuck in there between
John has
your
forced
toes?
my hand, my sand hand. Here. I'm gonna
Your
say,
sand hand.
I'm gonna
Your
say,
shand.
I'm gonna say 2 words now
Your
that
shand.
I wish I didn't have to say. Foreskin sand.
Cam, have you ever gotten foreskin sand?
Yeah, I've gotten foreskin sand.
I haven't been to the...
Okay, I'm gonna...
Not badly.
What the fuck?
Gets everywhere, man. It gets it. Not like, you know.
I can't say I've ever had foreskin sand. I've never been unfortunate
cried.
enough to experience foreskin sand.
How do you feel like sand, John?
I'm so sorry that you have experienced foreskin sand. Hey, John.
Yeah, what's
Foreskin.
up? Sand?
Yeah.
Apparently
It's like
it exists.
those guys that make Yu-Gi-Oh! For America.
What?
Yeah, foreskin.
Foreskins.
Oh, fuck this fucking podcast.
Old UCC president, TJ Foreskin.
DJ Foreskin?
Yeah. Not even kidding. That was the username of an old UCC president.
Oh,
That was his UCC username.
that, you know what? I can believe that.
You know what? Uncharity coming up soon.
Yeah?
I'm gonna put sand on your drink list.
Sand on my drink list?
Since-
Who says
No,
that?
It's fine.
Don't do that. You'll sandblast his colon.
It won't even. It'll probably just like fucking. The rest of the drink will go down. There'll just be like a trickle of sand. I'll be like, oh, I'm done.
I'm
I'll put it
gonna
down.
wear
You're not
my
done
throat
till the
smooth
sands.
with this.
You know what I hate about tracheas? They're bumpy.
Isn't it?
Let's fix
Isn't
that.
it a trachea? Yeah, it's
Yes,
trachea.
they-
Trachea or a trachea. Trachea is bad. Don't like that one.
I was playing an RPG today, and my character was Athena. That was their first name. You think Athena, but I was like, nah, Athena.
Nice.
What system?
Had an NPC in
13th
Changeling
age.
once who was
Nice.
the name was Brickhayer. They were a lung.
That's a good one.
He was just on the bus.
Have you all seen the Wife of the Week thing that Merlin's bringing back
Yeah, I've seen that.
on
It's been a
the
while.
on the UniSFA Discord? We all vote for every week
Who
a
won
Wife
last
of the
week?
Week. I couldn't tell you.
I know I put Seo up at one point, but I forget how she went.
I don't even remember. All I'm saying is that this week you should vote for Obi-Wan.
Wow,
Kenobi.
you're gonna fucking manipulate my vote, John?
Yes, I am. Go vote for
You're
Obi-Wan.
peer pressure me into voting.
I nominated Dale Cooper, Special Agent Dale
Oh,
Cooper
well,
from
I'm
Twin
happy
Peaks
to vote
because
in
he's
this. I'll
the
enjoy it.
best, but Obi-Wan
Yeah.
is also the best, but like in a different way.
Obi-Wan and Dale Cooper are the same guy.
Yeah, they're the same guy.
Like the same general method.
I feel like Obi-Wan's a bit more normal core. He's
You
a bit
say
more
that,
normal pilled.
But if he was to go to a place, that would not be normal pilled of him. Like the way that he behaves when he's not somewhere that's normal to him.
He's so like that.
We only
is
get
the
to
thing.
see Obi-Wan in his comfort zone. But
No,
if he
we
was to go to a
don't.
new planet,
Hello? Well, he goes into the slums of fucking Coruscant and stuff.
yeah, and he knows
not
exactly
exactly-
guys down there. He's like, yeah, this place is fine. But if he was to go to no, yeah, he's a little bit more of a prude.
A what?
If someone tried to
prude.
sell Dale Cooper death sticks, it would go very differently.
It would. It'd be. I want to see that.
But
I
it
want to
would
see
end
some.
the same way with that guy going home to rethink his life.
Yeah, it would. It would absolutely. Prude, a person who claims to be easily shocked by matters relating to sex or nudity. So you're saying Obi-Wan? If someone was like, "Yo, Obi-Wan, how about naked bodies?" He'd be like,
No, I'm a member of the Jedi Order.
"I remember the Jedi
Oh,
Order."
you know Obi-Wan fucking Satine.
No, I know. This is the man who said, hello there.
Hello there.
You've seen
General Kenobi.
Have you seen the Winnie the Pooh edit?
No.
Yes. It's pretty
Oh, it's really good.
Another thing about the prequels I forgot to bring up earlier is that it has a revolving door of villains. Like
Okay.
every
Oh,
episode is just like, hey, here's this another villain, and they'll be gone. By the way,
That, I think my biggest criticism of episode 3
episode one,
other than Anakin.
Darth Maid-Ver.
Yep,
Darth,
nailed it.
Darth Hoover. Episode 2,
J. Edgar.
J. Edgar Dooku. Episode 3, Jenny Grieve. J.F.
Alright.
Grieve. George W. Grieve.
So,
It is funny that Anakin the bad guy says at George W. Bush quote. It's George W. Bush, isn't it? Because Anakin says, "You're either with me or you're against me," and George W. Bush said, "You're either with us or you're with the terrorists."
Oh, something like that.
Yeah.
Probably.
John,
Do you think
I'm sending you
how many U.S. presidents would be Sith?
All of them.
All of them?
They're all war criminals. That's
There are
Not
two of
true.
them.
I feel like Jedi can be war criminals.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they are.
Very regularly.
The women
Right,
and the
so-
children too.
So I want to go on a quick fucking rant about
rant?
General fucking Grievous.
Yeah.
Grievous was like a cool villain, right? And in a vacuum, you see him do stuff, and it's like, that's neat. The first thing, the introduction that you get to General Grievous is Obi-Wan saying, like, he'll just run away like he always does. They shot their own villain clean in the balls before he even got to, like, establish himself.
He did run away.
And then you know what he did?
He ran
He
away.
ran away like he always does. No threat to that villain. They removed his teeth before they let him interact with the audience.
Do you know what he does when Obi-Wan fights him later? He
Spins.
runs away.
Yeah,
he
that's
spins and then he runs away.
Yeah, like absolute fucking masterclass in dog shit villainry.
I actually really need to go to the
If he was
bathroom,
not
so I'm
so-
going to leave you two here.
Go
to...
piss, girl. But, you know, if
Go
General
piss,
Grievous was
girl.
not so, like, absolutely, like, if he was not such a charismatic sexual beast.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I
Terrible
support that.
villain.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Do you like the spins, though? Like, he absolutely
does spin
nails the
real
aesthetic
good.
of what he's doing.
I feel like Grievous benefits quite a bit from the extended universe.
Yes. But
like,
I feel
man
like if
just
you
built
need
a
that
fucking
much...
EMP ship. It's a thing he did.
Yeah, it's just like, damn, I really wish they'd made the movies good, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna watch that fucking Christopher Robin clip now that
Excellent.
John's not here.
Yeah.
Y'all are gonna have to just imagine that you're seeing this with me, because you're gonna get the audio and not the. There's gonna be a YouTube ad here that I'm just gonna play. I'm gonna try and avoid that, but it's not. Oh no, first time. You know the one, right?
I know exactly
Yeah.
the one, yeah. Yeah. It's pretty good.
I should post that to you just for Discord. Just
No.
like required reading.
If people want to see it, they have to go out and find it.
Yeah.
It's part of the reward.
Yeah. God, it's so good. That fucking clip just makes me smile every time.
It's good. It's a good clip.
I like it when things are good.
So true.
Yeah,
I
controversial.
like it when
though.
things are bad in a good way as well.
Sure, but I like it when I hate it when things are not good on purpose, even when that in and of itself is good. Sorry, Twin
That's
Peaks
fair.
Season 3 is what I'm thinking about. Twin Peaks Season 3 is bad on purpose in a different way to anything else I've ever seen, but I still wish that it was good. Like, it's
Yeah.
artistically, it's got merit in Twin Peaks Season 3 in a way that most things that are bad on purpose don't.
I do like to watch things that are good.
But yeah, when things are good, I like that. And I think that Jack is on a lot of copium about Twin Peaks Season 3 being bad but good, and I'm like, no, it's bad. They could have made it good, but they made it bad. And he's like, yeah, but that's good. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
It's better than if they'd made it bad by accident in this case. But
It can
I
be an
really- I
artistic
wish they had
choice,
made it
and
good.
you know, it's somewhat.
oh, it's
valid,
artistically
but-
valid. And it is an artistically it's a masterpiece, right? But it is bad.
Yes.
God, I wish I could spoil Twin Peaks Season 3 for everyone. When, like, the thing is, it's such a slog getting through Twin Peaks Season 3. Anyone that does it, like, you're going to want to talk to someone, please, I would love to screech with you. It's going to be months before that pays off.
I've seen maybe like 1 or 2 episodes with no prior knowledge of Twin Peaks. It's pretty good.
The thing is with Season 3 is that you think that it's fucking about for a reason.
I just
God,
really
I'm
like
sad.
watching things with Jack and Cam that they are passionate about. Best way to watch the Amazon series The Rings of Power
Oh, yeah, that was
is with
spectacular.
Jack K by your side, because every...
One,
I'm,
it turns
I'm not
into,
even
like,
going to say 5 minutes, because I don't think he would last that long. Every minute
he
or
actually
two,
doubles the watch time of that
he
series.
he will pause, he will explain to you what is wrong, and then you will resume until the next inconsistency, at which point he will pause, Explain what is wrong.
It did slow down as the series went on, mostly because we pointed everything out, and also it just stopped even pretending to be good.
Yep.
I'm back. What's been up, gamers?
We jumped around. Did you watch the video I sent you?
Yeah, I did. It wasn't Winnie the Pooh. It was Christopher Robin.
Yeah, but that
He
Winnie the
said
Pooh was on
Christopher
screen.
Robin.
Oh, Christopher Robin's the guy from Winnie
Yeah.
the Pooh.
Yeah, Christopher Robin is Obi-Wan.
I should have entered the room and just said hello there.
Yeah, that would have been really funny. Do you want to
Wait,
try
okay,
again?
Yeah, let's try it again.
Master of baseball pitching, Christopher Robin.
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
We did different bits.
What did you do?
I said hi.
Would have that been better if General Kenobi said
Let's give it another shot.
Yeah, take three.
All
Let's
right,
go.
Let's go.
hello there.
Sorry, I had to go to the classic there.
Oh.
See, the thing about the rule of thirds is that it's right.
Yeah, the Sith had it right. What the Sith need is
It's
a third
always the
guy.
funniest the third
Can
time.
you imagine how funny the Sith would be if they had a third guy?
Yeah, it's Jar Jar. He's the third Sith. He's the comedic relief Sith.
I think
A small thermal exhaust Sith right below
Lisa
the main
thinks
Sith.
the Chancellor should be granted immediate emergency powers. Basically an actual line from the movie. Yeah. So he does help to Chancellor Palpatine's rise to power. So he's not a Sith, but he's complicit in their rise. Jar Jar does wrong.
No.
Fuck
I don't think
off?
he's capable of doing things wrong.
Is it because
He's
he's
not
not
an-
capable of
he's
doing
not a
anything
moral
right?
actor.
Yeah.
He's not, yeah.
Jar
It's-
Jar,
Jar
is
is not a
force.
moral agent.
It's like
he just is.
It's like blaming a dog for a murder, right? They're
Yeah,
like,
you can't do it.
if a pig kills someone, it's not the pig's fault.
Yeah, it's just pig actions.
Just pig moment.
That really is. Pigs will just eat a motherfucker.
Well, I mean, if they turn off the body cam, it's their fault. It's the pig's fault, I mean.
It's no one pig's fault. It's the system's fault.
Oh, no, it's both.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
The only good pigs are pigs that are not.
I meant like the system that allows
Crunch
that,
munch.
crunch munch.
Corn
Crunch
cops are
munch.
delicious.
Quamp.
This is a dumb bit.
It's good. Good bit. Clop. You know Clop, the game.
Okay, thank God.
What?
Oh, you want to know what I'm talking about? You want me to go through the fucking nightmare that was 2012 in my head?
Okay, Cam. It's January 1st, 2012.
All right. Okay,
What's-
January
what's
1st,
coming up?
2012. Blissful, unaware.
Blissful ignorance. What's happening? Walk us through 2012 in the eyes of Cameron Locke.
So the main difference between 2012 and today, other than that, like, everything culturally has changed, was that bronies were real, and I knew several of them.
Yeah. Are they not
Plopping
still
was
real?
No.
Look, they're not in the same way, that's for sure. No cultural movement at the moment has even close to the same like impact in the same way as bronies did.
What about Homestucks?
Not even close. Like, it's the saturation. It was the like everything of it. But
What is that?
clopping was what they would call enjoying themselves regarding content.
Ah.
Yeah,
Like
Yep.
yiffing.
yeah,
Like yiffing, but for My Little Ponies.
Yeah.
Clopping.
yeah.
Any cloppers?
I don't think that's what yiffing is.
Is it?
No, but yeah, I got what he meant.
It's
he was right.
adjacent,
What he
yeah.
meant was
Yeah,
the right thing.
yeah,
There, yeah. There'd be cloppers in the chat, I'm sure.
If you're listening to this podcast and you've clopped, don't let us know.
All right,
Keep it to yourself.
I'm gonna warn the audience here. I'm about to say something, or refer to something rather not safe for work.
Is it the jar?
It is the jar.
It's the jar.
Does the jar have any meaning to you, Jonathan?
To you, John Jarman.
Yes. Having just talked
You
about My
Jarman,
Little
John.
Pony, does the jar mean anything to you?
I am fully aware of the jar.
I'm sorry.
I've lived
I'm
up
so
to
sorry,
my
John.
namesake as
Oh,
the
you-
jar
you-
man.
you-
No, I
I may be getting it up for porglets, but at least I'm not the jar man.
My ancestors did something they regret. And whoever was giving out last names was not going to let them fucking forget it.
Oh man, imagine trying to earn a new last name in the fucking this day and age.
I think,
Yeah.
I mean, you can just
Cylinders
change
guy.
your last
You
name.
can just change it.
Yeah, it's called getting married, Cam. Not that you know anything about that.
God, one day. And I mean this not in the like one day of like I will one day get. It's like no, Merlin and I need to fucking sort that out.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean it like...
No, it's
I
all
didn't
good.
mean it as a dig. I
literally
meant
just get
ironically.
around to it, man.
Right?
Yeah. No, I intend to. We realized that we can skip a step. So one of the reasons we've been taking a while is because we got to get Mel's name changed. We want the name to be right on the form.
Yeah.
And you can't get your name changed twice in short succession. But we've realized that we can just change Merlin's name to the name it would be after the wedding and then get married.
Yes.
Which is dumb.
Yes.
But it does somehow solve everything.
Oh.
Yes.
Fair enough. What do you mean? Congratulations on solving that.
Yeah.
I will say. I had a train of thought and it's now like... It's like that
It's
scene
pulled
in
into
Solo
station.
where it's like gone off the rails.
Yeah.
It's pulled into the station, yeah. The thoughts have stopped.
Crust station.
Crumb station.
Crust
Crumb
station. There you go,
station.
lobsters there.
I'm thinking
bread.
about the crab.
Yeah, crust station.
The crab.
You know the image, right? You've seen the crab.
Probably. I've seen a lot of crab images.
Every crab image I think
It's
of is just
a
that
big art of a
lobstering.
crab that's on like a big
Traffic?
fucking bus port.
Yep.
It's the same series as the one
Yep.
that's blocking. Why were you late? The crab.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the crab, yeah.
Isn't that's what you'd say on that one island that's filled with crabs?
No, that would be the crabs.
Oh,
What if it's-
Amelia Earhart.
Amelia Earhart moment.
Why are you late to returning to civilization?
Name all
The crabs.
59 women. Oh, shit, I didn't realize there were that many. Amelia Earhart. Doja Cat.
I've seen that.
Do you know that video?
I do not know
Oh,
that
it's a good
video.
one. It's a good one. I feel like this episode is a lot of me and Alistair referencing memes that then go over each other's heads. I'm glad we could come to an agreement and alliance on the jar, though.
Yeah, I'm
thing.
glad's the word.
yeah. Yep.
I'm glad.
Love the internet.
I'm
it
sure
wasn't
the
a
internet
mistake.
loves you too. It's like that one line from fucking Nona. No, can I spoil the one-liner? Nah. I'll let the people discover that one-liner for themselves. I finished Nona the 9th. That was a thing that
Nice.
happened recently. That's a book which... All the books in that series, in the Locked Tomb, Gideon, Hara, and Nona, they all start, like, quite slow individually, and then, like, really ramp up. But I felt like Nona more than the others. Of Nona, you're introducing, like, a new character, and... it really takes its time to kind of introduce
the whole
you to
mystery
the
of the
character.
book is who is this? What's going on?
Yeah, basically.
And I like that. I love being asked what's going on because it means I get to think.
Yeah, all of Nona is literally what
I
is going
love
on.
to think so. You would not guess from looking at me.
No, I know you love to think, but
you would
about
know
inane
'cause
bullshit.
Yeah.
You know me, but I mean, like if you only know
Cam
me
picks
in
and
in
chooses
passing,
his thinking battles.
No, I don't.
Mm-mm.
I don't get to choose what they are, but they do. They're not
Something
all the
in
time.
Cam
There's no
picks and-
choice involved.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sometimes I have to think, and sometimes I don't.
It's like that line from I don't know, one of the Unraveleds. The ideas come to him like visions from an angry god.
Nah, it's more like
Just
if
there's no
you
choice in the
are
matter.
if you
You
are
just
looking
trickster
up and
God.
you stand in a puddle.
You're thinking about it.
Yeah.
He started thinking.
But
And
yeah,
you'll
like
never stop.
you wouldn't know from you wouldn't know from like
You wouldn't
basic
know from
interactions with me,
thinking.
but I do like to think, and Nona really helps me by giving me something to think about while like a mystery. I love a fucking mystery to solve.
Did
I
you
like
solve it by
puzzles.
the end of it?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
I thought it was pretty good. It really
very
like
good
keeps
as well.
you guessing.
yeah.
But goddamn, is the first part of it like a slog you have to get through. That might just be fantasy and sci-fi. That might just be all kind of. If you're reading any sci-fi
Nona was
and fantasy,
definitely more so than most things. Just like
more so than
the first half of this book is just fucking
I
with
think
you.
more so for a book that is not the first in a series as well.
I think it's the book equivalent of Andrew Hussey pretending that you're about to find something out and then it's cutting to something completely different. Which is like literally that's what it was. And I think that was the best scale to do it at, which is a whole extra book after like between your second book and third book of the trilogy, where you're like, okay, let's get to the stuff now. Nah, side bit.
I feel like it's still important.
Oh, it is
pretty
important.
right. Like
It is, but that's the thing. Like
I
the
feel
bits that you have a tangent you go on become something else you want to know about.
yeah,
But it is that like bait and switch of now you're on a tangent you didn't even know existed.
yeah. I feel like if you didn't know Nona wasn't originally planned in the trilogy in the Locked Tomb series, you wouldn't know by reading it.
I don't know. It's hard to say that. Like it's
I don't know, because it felt like I can't really talk much about it without spoiling it, I think.
like it's definitely filling narrative gaps that were needed to be filled, like exposition gaps.
Yeah.
But it's still like I don't know. I don't think I could have called Harrow being planned either, right? Like this, it doesn't feel like that kind of thing. I don't know.
I don't know if you could finish.
I think
I feel like Gideon
as
sets
a
up for Harrow pretty well. And then
I guess
Harrow
I see
doesn't
what you
set up
mean.
for Nona, but Nona does set up for the next one.
Yeah. I don't know if in a vacuum I'd ever be able to tell, especially because it's not like it was written after the fact. It was written before 4 was written.
Yeah.
So it does fit.
Yeah. So my new book is now Percy Jackson, the Lightning Thief, because I got a lot of friends who are really into like Percy Jackson.
Have you not read it
fucking
before?
charge cable.
No, I haven't. So I thought I'd get to that, and then I can understand what my friends are saying. It's like for a kids' book, it's pretty good.
Yeah. They're very readable.
Yeah, it's not like gripping me. I do feel like, at least when I was reading it today, I felt like I was like, it wasn't like pulling me along. It was definitely me being like, I'm actively going to read this now, and every chapter, I'm like,
It's probably a
I'm
little
gonna
bit
keep
soft
reading
for
this.
you, yeah. Like
Yeah.
it is not for you target audience ways.
yeah, definitely. But it has some. It's all right. Like the characters are good. Like the whole kind of premise is pretty fun. The writing's pretty fun as well. I don't know. A lot of it feels a little like, just the way it's structured is this kind of like road trip almost, and it feels like
that is very much a facet of the first one on account of it's literally a road trip.
Yeah. Well, it's the thing about it is that it doesn't feel like I feel like there's a plot that's constantly moving forward. I feel like there's a plot and then they keep going on these tangents before getting to it.
Yeah,
It's like, you know, they stuff happens,
and now we're gonna monster of a week our way to that stuff.
yes,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden,
Let's fight
like
fucking 3 to 4 yieldy Greek beasts.
exactly, it's like, oh, which
because
one
we
is
gotta
it this
fill out the
time?
book.
Like,
yeah.
man, I don't. You've laid out you've done this setup, which has been interesting,
Yeah.
right? Where we've been figuring out what's going on with Percy, what's weird.
Yeah,
you
the
know,
middle of the book is
learning
ancient
about
Greek
Camp
filler.
Half-Blood, learning about what Gotti is or whatever.
I've never read these books. I need you to know that.
You know, and then it's just kind of Monster of the Weeking
Yeah, that's all right.
into.
That makes sense, especially the first book like
It's
that.
and
but
I like a kids book as well. I think I'm enjoying it more than Warrior Cats. Warrior Cats
fair.
is fine, but it's not something that like.
the target
I feel
audience
like
for Warrior
holds
Cats
up.
is also a couple of years younger.
Yeah, I feel like this is something I could be like, okay, I could continue reading this, and Warrior Cats is like, no, I couldn't. If I was a kid, I'd be way more into Warrior Cats, though. I would have been.
totally.
Oh, it depends what age. If you showed me Warrior Cats about 6 to 8 years old, I would have gone insane over that. Like my life would be very much changed. I was already doing Warrior Cats things when I was a kid. Like making like a little fucking like house out of leaves and shit, like they're doing it. Man, that'd be sick. Factions for.
I'm gonna be right back.
Economics, little societies that live in the woods
It's my turn to piss.
and are like completely
Go piss, girl.
go piss. Okay, Alistair, the only pissless remaining, the pissless one.
There is one pissless among us.
It's weird since you've drunk like a whole can of Coke, maybe 2.
Yeah, and?
Those things make you piss.
Nope.
Okay, those things make normal people piss, I guess.
I'm not normal.
I'm
I'm a
not normal.
genetic freak. Normally,
When you drink a can
when
of
you drink a
Coke.
can of Coke, you got a 50-50 chance of pissing. But
I'm
me,
not normal.
I only got a 25
chance,
25
at best
chance at best.
to piss me.
Yeah.
Then at sacrifice, you got 3 cans of Coke. 66%.
I got a
chance.
66% chance of winning.
Normal people have a
Because Kurt
66%
Angle,
chance of pissing.
He knows he can't piss me, and he's not even gonna try. I'm so glad this is the bit we're doing.
So you got my 33% and 3rd chance of pissing minus my 25% chance, and I got an 8% chance of pissing. After drinking 3 cans of Coke. What's the Senor?
It's 75 plus 66 and 3rd chance of win. Give me I believe it's 140. No, it's 133%. I'm pretty sure.
I'm trying to do it in the opposite way though, because you've got lower percent. You know, Senor John.
Senor Joe, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you at sacrifice.
Senor John, the numbers don't lie, and they spell no
'Cause it's
pissing
Samoa
for
Joe.
me. Oh, wouldn't it be? I was thinking because it's this situation, Samoa John, because you're talking to me about it. Samoa John.
Okay, no, I'm with you.
Samoa John, the numbers don't lie, and they spell no pissing for me on the podcast.
They spell Pissaster.
Pissaster?
Is that land? Does Pissaster track?
Pissaster. Pissaster.
It's about that foreskin sand.
Can we talk about that for a second? What is Cam doing on the beach?
I don't know. I feel like that shouldn't be exposed, man.
Yeah, like, fuck.
Oh, peeking the audio a little bit.
Oh my god. Maybe he's the one doing my mom on the beach.
Honestly, impressive that the sand managed to do that.
Yeah, like, fuck. Maybe this is why Cam hates sand. So maybe like
No,
Cam
I
acts
also
differently.
hate sand quite a bit.
Yeah, but like 12 minutes in the shower, that's a bit excessive. Like even you can admit that, right? Maybe something about Cam, like
I really
sand,
like
sticks to
being
him differently.
sandless.
True, but like 12 minutes.
Yeah.
12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. That was 13 syllables. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive.
No, it's 12. You
No.
just put a 13th finger up, man.
13 fingers wide.
I see. We're talking about your mom again.
Shut up. How are you getting 13? Where are the other 3?
Well, she's got 10.
Where are the other?
I've
hate
got
this.
10.
I'm gonna go fucking pee as well.
Okay, go piss. That's right, boys. This is my podcast now.
I decided not to do this. I'm coming back in the
No,
room.
you can go piss.
I don't need a piss. I just don't want to be
Go
in the room
piss.
anymore.
I will simply entertain the children by talking about the macaroni prototype of the rocket I will take to the moon.
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
Hello, General Grievous. What were you saying about your ship?
I made a drawing of the rocket I will take. We're not doing this bit.
Okay, yeah, okay.
It was just because I say go piss squirrel and now the Gru is in my
Hello there. It's me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I don't know how I managed to have 2 different audios both peak in the same ear there, but it happened.
Oh my god.
So, John, I didn't catch that. What did you say?
It's so good. It wasn't important. It wasn't
Alright,
important.
cool.
Yeah.
Tell me later.
You know what, John?
Tell me why.
It's beverage time.
It's very.
Ain't nothing
But
but
a
a heartache.
heartache.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but. Are you pissing?
No, I'm getting a beverage.
Oh, you're getting a beverage. That's why it's
That's
beverage
the
time.
opposite of pissing.
Oh my god. What's the piss chance now? Oh, it's the 3rd Coke. 8% chance of pissing. Cam, the
Well,
numbers
he was a
don't
chance of
lie.
piss.
And they spell no pissing for him at the podcast. Oh, the
fizz.
sizzle.
Whoa.
That was pretty
That was
good.
fucking excellent.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Send the podcast on that.
We can. Do we have final thoughts? Cam gets from the piss and I'm like, end.
Yeah, all right. I just missed it. I was pissing.
We had some bits. You can listen to the podcast later.
Yeah.
Please, I want to get to like 10 views.
All right, yeah. Let's do it.
Cam, what's your final thoughts?
My final thoughts is that if you wanted me to think of a thing last, you shouldn't have asked me to think of
Alistair, what's your final thoughts so I can get to Cam later?
Oh, Jesus, now I've got time.
I've got one.
Okay, then you go.
My final thought is that I feel like sand has... We've discussed a lot of sand in this podcast, and I feel like it has thoroughly annoyed us all, irritated us all, and gotten everywhere into this
It has
episode.
gotten all over this podcast.
It has gotten all over this podcast.
Foreskin
and it's been
included.
And it has.
You
It is
brought up
annoying.
sand, you had to know.
It has become annoying to us. It has irritated us, and it's ended up all over this podcast.
Not like Padme.
What?
Honestly, we barely touched on Padme. She is unlike sand in this way.
Is that your
She's
final?
just not sand.
She's just not sand.
No, my final
What
thought
do you mean?
is
Well,
that
most people aren't sand, Cam.
if you are a werewolf off of the planet Earth, is the lunar cycle is the werewolf cycle based off of the way the moon is lit, based on where you are, or where it is based on where the planet is?
It is
Planet.
often exposure based. So I think a lot of werewolf media has a placebo element where you don't
You gotta
actually
get, like,
do
line
it
of sight to the
until
moon?
you, yeah.
All right.
So you're
Until
saying
you
like
know it.
it's a placebo effect? Like
Yeah,
if you
like-
just tried harder, you wouldn't.
Like a lot of the time
Oh, it's
in
like-
popular
blind
media,
werewolf
Placebo
immune?
things even if you don't try.
when maybe
Even if you try.
maybe unless
you still
someone
get
tells you it's a
placebo.
full moon.
I like to think it's based off of like the cycle of the moon compared to where the fuck you are. So if you're like on the other side of the galaxy, you can't even see the moon, but it is spinning, and you like it's what it would be.
Werewolves actually existed. We just told them all it was a placebo effect, and then they
Yeah,
stopped.
I mean, like a lot of the time in media, like werewolf only transform conveniently, like at a bad time for the plot. But
Yeah,
like,
it's
they
a
come-
narrative effect, not a
They
physical
walk up
effect.
and they go, "Oh shit, it's a full moon!" When it's been a full moon for like 2 hours at this point.
You think they'd get a better tracker for that? You know, like they'd have something like a
Nah,
smartwatch.
shit surprises me
I
every day.
believe you can get an app for your phone.
If
Oh, really? Full moon
werewolves-
tracker?
Look, if I can open the oven to this day and be surprised that there's hot steam in there,
Cam.
werewolves can forget that there's the moon.
Yep. Okay. I guess.
Like, really, when
You
it comes
can't
down
just
to
get
it,
a full
having a
moon
hot
phase thing.
blast a hot
Yeah,
oven steam to the
definitely.
face, about as inconvenient as turning into a werewolf. For a
Do you think
couple
werewolves are
days.
super into astrology
See,
and shit?
it's not that inconvenient for me because my eyes work and I
I
don't
thought
have
you
to
were
cover them in
gonna say
glass.
because I'm like, you know, I just have like the cage set up.
I mean, I do, but that's unrelated.
Yeah,
This has been one of the episodes of the podcast.
It
of
sure
what's-
when you keep your
has.
Skyrim husband.
Is this what it's like every time?
No,
Or is it just
yeah, like this.
More and more.
Sometimes
lately.
instead of me
More
being here, there's
foreskins?
someone else. No, this may be the first foreskin episode.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to have been
that is
here.
not going to be the name of this
I'm glad
podcast.
to have been
The first
here for,
foreskin-
if you will,
The revenge
the
of
seminal
force.
foreskin episode.
Nice. Oh, that's spectacular. We got to finish on that. I'm done. Turning off my mic.
Yeah.